woe twice in 1 month.
What do you mean twice in 1 month? This is like the third time in 1 month. Personal record. I see you are going to play Genshin. Yes. But Hydroneer first, and then we'll do some Genshin. That's the sponsored part. The Genshin part. The Hydroneer part's just for us. When's new video? Pretty soon. I'm working on it. It's been, well, we'll talk about it when I get into Hydroneer. Aranuk, thank you for the resub for 20 months. Skullrocker, thank you for the prime. Pala, 47, thank you for the 470 bits, as always. Ketchero, hello. Hello. And Ashlyn, hello. The amazing mods. Let's give a round of applause because I couldn't do it without them. If you're just joining now, this probably sounds odd. Are you faping? You couldn't even spell fapping correctly? Double T, I mean not T, double P. That's just how, that's how it works.
Finally I catch one again. So many streams don't work with my schedule, Josh lol, smiley face.
Who did it? Yeah, faping is just fapping and vaping, correct. Be aware, plants only fruit once. You'll need to make some into seeds to replant. Oh, I know. Trust me. Oh, I know. Josh, I'm losing my mind. Don't encourage them, Catcher. I'm sorry. I'm gonna admit it. We get a little more degenerate every stream. By we, I mean me. And through me, everybody else. It's my own fault. I will try to rein it in. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you. I feel a little better. Opalish, you're right. It's not a little, it's a lot. It's a lot. Hold on. Narson Rock, thank you for the prime. Daddy English, thank you for the prime. Paoxfire.
Happy holidays, Josh, to you and your loved ones.
Hey, thanks, Deadeye856, and thank you for the resub for 21 months.
Hi.
Hi. Party Pat. Yeah. Thank you for the resub. Hi. Amazonian Custodian, thank you for the bits. Ms. Grumpy Giraffe, thank you for the gift sub to Incredible Buddha. I had a friend where when Google started making their little search thing with like they did the logo, but they added more O's, and you could click on the individual O's and it would like take you to different pages of the search results. Great story, Josh. Anyway, she would always pronounce it Google, which I always liked.
Josh, I got the alert that you were going live standing in my office and went oh shit really loud, and my staff came running to see what was wrong. Tongue.
You and Gray still plays sound like brother. You're right. You've nailed it. We sound everything the same because we're both male. Okay, so for anyone that doesn't know or doesn't follow my Twitter, which is fine, because at any point in Twitter's history, it is a cesspool. So if you don't want to follow, please don't. But I will highlight for you what I've been talking about on Twitter, which is that I've been sicky.
Merry Glitchmas.
Still sicky. So wait, hold on. Where's my day quilt? Time to pop it and be on a
Josh,
be a ticking time bomb.
Better. Hopefully you are better than Pyre with his Taco Bell strat.
Josh, did you get your wife flowers? I haven't kept up. I did get her flowers. So I went to an actual flower shop. Why am I sitting in the screen? Hold on. Let me just switch over to just chatting. What is life? Oh fuck! I forgot about music. Hold on. I thought I got everything figured out, but I don't think I did. Hold on. Start menu. This PC. What harder? F drive. This feels like doxing in a way, doesn't it? In a weird hacker way. If I just tell you the exact folder where everything is, you're going to be able to hack into the mainframe. Playlists. Nope, not that one. Josh, are you going to make a list of your favorite games again, like the one in 2020? I think that was in was that 2020? Hold on. I don't believe you. Let me go look at my own channel real quick. That wasn't 2019? Am I losing my mind? Hold on. I'm gonna go look. Oh, it's 2018. It was 2018. But no, that video did terribly. But also, that's not really the style I do. All right, hold on. Let me switch over to, Hold on. Music first. Well, we're having them on playlists. What is life? Okay, here it is. Okay. You can't hear it yet, but let me let you know it blew out my eardrums immediately, which feels good. Always feels good.
Hey, Josh, I really enjoy your playthroughs. Funny as hell.
I really enjoy you. Dear Steve. Greetings from Germany. Greetings from the United States. Thank you for the resub. All right, hold on. Just chatting. Here we go.
Hi, Josh. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy Breath of the Waifu.
Breath of the Waifu. Look at this.
Next Sunday is my birthday.
Sunday's your birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, so it was 2018, as you can see from here. But even when people are like, oh, who's this Let's Game It Out guy? Let's go into his back catalog and look at all of his stuff. This video has 60K views versus anything around it, which has hundreds of thousands or millions. This sounds like a humble brag. That's not what I meant. But for that reason, I probably won't do another one just because they're very effortful to make. I remember when I made that one. Hold on.
Weird flex.
Turn up the musica. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, sure, okay.
Josh, have you ever popped about 16 bennies before bedtime and met the Hat Man? I'm just wondering because it's me. I'm the Hat Man. Geo Justice for Gostock.
16 bennies. You mean like Benadryl? Oh god. So when it comes to cold medication or allergy medication, I take daily Claritin or like an allergy thing, right? And like a lot of them make people sleepy, but they don't make me sleepy, except for Benadryl, which I think, people use as like a sleep aid. I didn't know this one time. Went to go visit my mom who has cats, and I'm allergic to cats, and so I popped a couple bennies and drove home 45 minutes, and oh boy, was that a fun drive I wasn't expecting. I believe in that same drive, actually, I was driving with a friend, and my 1986 Acura Legend, on that rainy drive home is when my windshield wipers just plainly stopped working. And so we stole a squeegee from a gas station, like an extra long one. And he, like, at every stoplight, he would stand outside of the sunroof or lean out the side and squeegee my vision for me on the windshield. And for the next year, I didn't have windshield wipers. And so I would just, every time it rained, I would reach my arm out the driver's side window and squeegee in front of me while I drove. I miss that car. I miss that whole experience. I've never had a car with better power steering than that 86 Acura Legend to this day. You could put me in, like, I don't know, whatever the most fancy automated car is, and I'd be like, still doesn't compare. Just doesn't compare. Josh, play some horror games, but invite Anthony to play. I've thought about it, honestly. I floated the idea to him a couple of years ago, and then I didn't follow up. It's my fault. I was like, yo, do you want to play Faz? And he's like, sure. And then I never followed up, so it's really my fault. But I'll hit him up again and see. But yeah, I had to ditch that car eventually because it had like a gas leak.
I finally tried listening with headphones, and I finally see what you mean. For the first time, I can hear your music. Except that one time.
Except that one time. Except that one time. Okay, let me get it out of the way real quick. We're doing Genshin Impact later, which is a sponsored thing. I'm legally obligated to mention in an early period in the stream that it is indeed sponsored. But that's not going to happen till later. First, we're going to play Hydroneer, but first we're just going to chill here for a bit so we can catch up and say hello to one another. Overly Suave, thanks for those 300 bits. Royal Rainbow, thank you for the bits. I'm gonna go through these really quick. If you could all just refrain from giving me money so I don't have to read anything, that'd be great. London Last, thank you for the resub.
One another.
Who the fuck said that? Operoni. Operon. Not Operoni. Smoocheroni. Thank you for the resub. Oh, yeah. Speaking of Smoocheroni, I did get my wife flowers. Yes. I went and got her a nice...
Hey, there is Josh Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine,
Here we
Legio
go.
washing machine, Legio
Here
washing
we go.
machine, Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine,
Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine,
Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine, Legio washing machine, Legio.
Oh, it just cuts off. That's great.
You can't stop me. You're not the whole monitor, Josh.
That's a great answer. Desert Ice, thank you for that. Eskimo Joe, thank you for the Prime. MacGyver, thank you for the LGIO washing machine, LGIO washing machine. I like, maybe I just missed it, but I like the idea that I'll add like a washing machine shaking and just no one questions it. It just is what it is. I also love going to other people's channels and seeing like a cohesive set of emotes. You know, it's like all the common ones. It's like, oh, here's the one of the begging, and here's the weird gasm one, and here's the face palm. Wow!
Oh my goodness, my cup runneth over. Yes.
By the way, there's going to be a lot of this noise this stream. Do you hear what that is? That's the sound of me muting my mic so I can cough or sneeze or otherwise make sicky noises. Mr. Skidley, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Really appreciate that. When are you going to play more Satisfactory? I just played it! You play it!
I just wanted to be #1 in something for a bit.
You are #1 in my heart. I'm famous penguin. Even though I almost said... I'm sick too, what a loser. That's a good answer. Penguin, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Fluffy Paw, thank you for the Prime. Semor Katron, thank you for the resub. Leon Sanders, thank you for the resub.
Bless you. Don't let your soul escape.
Dude, you know what I did the other day? I was at the grocery store. Sick. Feeling sick. Wearing my mask. Because if there's ever a time, no matter where you sit on the mask debate, if you're actually sick at the grocery store, it seems like a pretty good time to wear the mask, right? if for no other reason, because you can look horrible under that mask, right? Like you can mouth open, eyes squinting, that face you make right before you sneeze, that face. And I'm going around the grocery store and I sneeze just into my mask. I still did the thing where you like put your... by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, mask or not, if you're gonna sneeze in public, sneeze into your elbow, for Christ's sake. Do not sneeze into your hands. Also, if you're wearing a mask, just sneeze into the fucking mask. Why the fuck would you... I've seen people do this where they take the mask off to sneeze into their arm. What the fuck? That's the point of the mask. Is to fill it with your phlegm. No, not really that. But to me, it's just like,
it was supposed to be infamous penguin 15-year-old me found out he was dyslexic.
What?
Lemmy, it's your birthday. Happy unsickening, Josh.
Well, either way, you're still number one in my heart.
Blake.
Gorble.
I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snack.
Penguin, thank you for the 500 bits. Is that... Oh, Benzonite? Excellent. I shouldn't be excited about that, but Benzonite, thank you for the resub. Arbiter, thank you for the resub as well. Pumpkin King, thanks for the sub. Anyway, sneezed into my mask and it felt really good. I mean, okay, I get the idea if you have one of those masks that are like pressed against your mouth.
You should do that open mouth, arching your head back, like artillery. Points if you recoil your head as you fire.
Oh yeah, like make all the noises like...
Initiating fire sequence.
And then sound like a Furby when you do it.
Choo.
And then just rain it down on yourself in the middle of the freezer section near all the waffles. It's perfect. Tanku, thank you for that. Credibility, thank you for the resub as well. Seedrend, thank you for the 100 bits. Will we ever see the epic conclusion of Sprite and Hello Kitty? Yes, but probably not today because I'm feeling a little rough, so I'm gonna save that for another time. Svexfo.
There was a kid from my high school that said Pika before sneezing, so it sounded like Pikachu.
Thank you for the prime. Megan Cheese, thank you for that as well. Pikachu. I get it. Oh, hi, Max. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for your prime. You have so many choices. Grandma Max, by the way, is the not the dev, the main guy, the guy that made Hydroneer. Max, I'm working on a video right now. I'll probably show a little bit of what I'm working on because I spent literally the last like 15, 16 hours split over 2 days, but I spent like 16 hours doing one fucking thing in Hydroneer, and it was like my mind was melted, and I'm still not done. But I'll show a little bit, even though it's like a video spoiler. I'll still show it a little bit because I really, really want to get it done. Ludney 404, thank you for the sub. Hold on, I gotta scroll down. I missed some people here. Oh god, this is gonna be a disaster, isn't it? Well, as I just uploaded a patch to the public test branch if you'd like to get some fixes. Max, I'm playing on Steam offline right now.
Josh.
Offline, running the exe itself directly from the early influencer version. I refuse to change versions till the video's done. I've learned my lesson a long time ago. There's one time where a developer rolled a fix out that broke their game in the middle of me recording it, and that was probably the only time I've like hopped into a person's Discord and been like, hey, and this is before I had like any audience whatsoever, so it felt a little weird. I mean, I didn't like demand anything. I was just like, hey, just letting you know I can't open the game anymore, and so he like fixed it right then and there.
You are now aware of where your tongue is in manual breathing. Hi Joel, I'm your biggest fan and I love your Abams World videos so much it makes my entire body tumescent.
Thanks. Thank you, Anger Management, for that. And Pumpkin King, thank you for the 500 bits as well. Cyrusism. It's gonna be a lot of this. Thanks for the 300 bits. Cats don't bark. Thank you for the resub. Kamakani, thank you for the resub. I pet dogs for fun. Thank you for the resub as well. All right, hold on. I need to roll back. I don't want to miss anybody. Infamous Veterinarian, thank you for the prime. Hold on, did I already pop my Dayquil? Oh, fuck. I gotta start using a pill spacer. For my daily pills, but it's not anything serious, but it's like I sit there with my little pills and I'm like, pop them. Then I'm like, shit. Was that yesterday or today that I did it? And then it's like, is it worse to take double or none?
Chaos Geocera, why are you like this? 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 Geocera, why are you like this?
Yeah, Sarah, why are you like this? Thank you, Beasleby.
Josh, your content is always fun, inspiring and motivational. Just the other day, tried long drive multiplayer with friends. It didn't work. Inspiring and motivational.
Yes! That's how you do it.
6
Josh.
months ago you helped get me through PTSD treatment, bruh. You keep me just the right level of crazy.
Hey, thanks for that. And congratulations, I think. That's awesome. That's got to be I mean, I don't know anything about PTSD treatment, but I would imagine that navigating your way through hopefully feels better the further you get. And so I'm glad that it's helping keep you in a state of balance. I also read your name not as Captain Skillet at first, but Captain Skill Slut. Which, you know, I had this friend that I worked with, and I would ask her, would you rather questions all the time. And a lot of the questions I would ask her is, would you take a car for free if it had X license plate? Yes, everybody salute Captain Skill Slut. Reporting for duty. And I remember I asked her one time, I was like, hey, would you take a car for free if it had the license plate tit slut? And she was like, yeah, I mean, yes, but what is a tit slut? And I was like, I guess it's a slut for tits. I didn't really think this one through too well. And she's like, yeah, okay, sure. Sure. I think it'll just confuse people, so yeah.
www.77777777777777777777.
All right, now's the time to take the Dayquil. All right, here we go. Kicking time bomb o'clock.
Dogo 99 breadballoons.www /777777_edu.
Hey Josh, this game sucks. You suck. That's what sucks. Joe Tom, thank you for the 300 bits and that glorious message. Why haven't the stream start yet?
Gaming nonsense.
Listen up, you motherfucker. It's called just chatting. Don't you see it? Penguin, thank you for another 100 bits. Do you want look.
Messed this up the first time. Infamo 2 Penguin Gold, Infamo 2 Penguin Gold, Infamo 2 Penguin Gold, Infamo 2 Penguin Gold. No stash Juba yet?
Okay, Rohak, you are correct that it is set to Hydroneer. But that's because if I set it to just chat... You know what happens if you set stuff to just chatting? I can have all kinds of people coming in being like, nice tits! And so on and so forth, right? Like, I don't want that. By the way, this is probably as good a time as any to let you know that, this is like an 18+ stream. But you know what I mean? Like, okay, I realize not for me, because I mean that you are correct that they are bountiful and ready to receive you. God damn it. I am 12. What is this? Well, thanks for saying that. Enjoy your ban. I did it. I banned the shit. Maybe I didn't. I tried to ban that person. I don't know if I did it right. Shit. Who did I ban? Ah, well, I'm sure it's someone. Someone got banned. Stop saying your age. I actually have to ban you if you say you're underage. I'm not joking. And everybody around you. Because chat goes too fast. Okay, free look mo. Thanks for the 300 bits. Boostin, thank you for the sub. Listen, you fucks. Do you want me to move on, or do you want me to keep reading your crap? Pavluda, thank you. 300 bits. Van Helsing. Thank you for the 100 bits. Josh Cameron, if I said this because my memory is awful, I want to say thank you. I have severe depression, anxiety, my panic attacks manifest to seizures, and your videos and streams are always a great way to cheer me up and calm me down. That's awesome to hear. You have such a wonderful energy and are so positive. I'm like, listen up, assholes. And you're like, your wonderful energy and positivity. I appreciate that. Can't thank you enough for putting out content and helping people like me. Van Helsing, thank you for being here. Lord Carp, thank you for the 100 bits. Would you ever play Ark? You know, I'm not against it, but I don't like Ark. I'd probably play it though. What am I saying? When has me liking something been a prerequisite for anything? Is that right, Max? With Hydroneer. Oh, got him. This is Mad Hat. Hello, Sarah. Thanks for the resub. 24 fucking months. Dear Lord. Derek Anthony VTuber, thank you for the 300 bits. Not a cop, thanks for 100 bits. I'm famous Peg, thank you for another 500 bits. Cora Chrissy Reach, which I always pronounce wrong, thanks for the 13 months. Wet Cabbage, thanks for the sub.
Guess what? !/hi.
I purposely make it as hard as possible on you. Max,
but why didn't you get a ticket for not having windshield wipers? I'm still thinking about that.
I never got a ticket. No one ever stopped me. I even lived in a big city. I lived in San Francisco. No one ever stopped me. I drove that way every day to school, every day to work. I mean, when it rained, I didn't just put my arm out the window waving a fucking squeegee for no reason. It had to be raining. But let me tell you, your hand gets really cold after a point of doing that. You're like, all right, roll up the sleeve.
This time I am a drunk smile.
Max, let me tell you what one of the fun things is about Hydroneer, is being like, I wonder if something's going to work. And then I go and I try it, and when it works, it's like 10 orgasms. But when it doesn't work, I'm like, this piece of shit. He knows. I mean, I don't really think that. I'm just like, okay, fair enough. Like, I tried dumb stuff, and I'm like, there's no reason this should work, but will it? And then when it does, I'm like, oh! Dark Fang. What the hell happened to my voice? Am I back? Hello? Thanks for the prime. Landmine something. Thank you for the tier 1. Joe Tom, thanks again for the 300 bits. This was 18 minutes ago. Oh, I'm well aware and it gives me satisfaction. Good! I'm glad to hear that, Max. By the way, thanks for providing more people customizations so you can look even further like a serial killer in this game. Josh, just curious, are you a math guy? Like, how are you with math? I'm all right with math. I did well in math until I stopped applying myself. Did you misspell Hydroneer in your stream background? No. No, I did not. Hold, please. Let me correct that for you. I'm sorry. Heard. All right, you happy? Is that better? Max, did I do it? Is it better now? You likey what you see? Fluster Cluck. Thanks for the 100 bits. Desert Ice, thanks for the 300. Just let me... You can spell it, leave us... Okay, fine. Hold on. Hold on. I think I need... Hold on. I need to move this up. This is going to require a lot more space. You know, hold on. Actually, no. Let's... Hold on. I need to like duplicate this, but I don't know how. Copy. Paste duplicate. Is duplicate the one I want? Yeah, it is. Okay. Don't forget to leave a Steam review. Can I? Hold on. How do I do a second line? This is my first time on the internet, everybody. Where's the fucking...
Joshua Dingus, Hydroneer is spelled with a G, can't you grammar?
Because every little bit helps. Max likes to remind us of this on literally every video he does while he holds his goddamn coffee mug and is like, don't forget to leave us... I misspelled forget. We're doing great. Leave a Steam review, you dirty peasants. God bless the king. RSVP queen. Okay, you happy? Did I do good? Dayquil, take me away. All right, Derek Anthony VTuber, thank you for the 300 bits again. Desert Ice again, thank you for the 300 bits. I stole RSVP Queen from Yogscast. They said that. And I feel like if they say it, now I can say it, right? Is that how that works? Oh, shit. Is it tea in your cup? That I have to correct. Hold on. What did I even write? Where? Oh my God. How do I even edit this? Hold this goddamn tea mug. That feels so weird to say tea mug. Here we go. I'll make this better. There. Now you can read it. Sort of. Will you play Hydroneer again? Shortly. It's gonna blow your mind. It's not. Drago, thank you for the sub. Narson Rock, thank you for the 207 bits. Theroweir, thank you for the resub. Jump Lead, thank you for the resub. Captain Ben, thank you for the 303 bits. I hope you're feeling better. You are better than Pyre with his Taco Bell strat. I'm assuming that just means diarrhea forever, like he's got dysentery. As you should. This is what Mrs. Doubtfire taught me, that if you have dysentery or piles, you have diarrhea forever. And that's what you should tell your 6-year-old, that you want your ex-wife to die of dysentery. And then avoid what the courts order you to do and just sneak back into your own house and try to murder James Bond. That's what Mrs. Doubtfire was about, if you haven't seen it. David, thank you for the 2 months. Pegwin Twitch, thank you for the resub. Kishin Nils Ole, thank you for the resub. Did I get everybody? Did I do it? Except you psychos in the last 7 minutes. And by adventure, I mean he ordered a 10 taco party pack for himself, and I did not participate. What, you don't want fucking diarrhea? What's wrong with you? Everyone loves diarrhea. Vod Hunter, thank you for that. Did everyone watch the Game Awards or see later that, you know, Steam was giving away Steam Decks every 1 minute, and it would announce the winners if you're watching it via like Steam's stream, and they announced the winners by their Steam handles. And at one point, pretty early on, they were like, "Congratulations, MILF Hunter, for winning a Steam Deck." Oh God, that was funny. I loved it too. Okay, so I'm gonna preface this by saying, if they were ever like, "Josh, do you want to be a presenter at the fucking Game Awards, or you're invited to go?" Of course, I'm gonna say yes to these things. That being said, now that we know I'm in shill territory, I love watching the Game Awards because to me it is like what I expect from the Game Awards is wall-to-wall cringe. And it doesn't always happen, but when it does, oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. And I've been watching it so many years. I've been to the Game Awards. I've gone to the Game Awards because before I did this, I worked in PR for games, and so I was at the Game Awards. Not like I really like it, whatever, it's an award show. But anyway, yeah, cool story, right? Josh, you said dysentery, and it reminded me of the Oregon Trail card game. We played it, and my buddy's first draw, he drew the dysentery card and instantly died. That is the Oregon Trail guarantee. Josh working in PR now. Now he gives PR teams heart attacks. It is sort of amusing to understand both sides of that, mostly because like
Would you ever do a charity stream for Jingle Jam?
Would you ever do a charity stream for Jingle Jam? Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. Probably not this year. It's kind of winding down, and I didn't think hard enough about any of it. But yes, the wall-to-wall cringe of the Game Awards makes me rock solid hard when it happens. And so when what's his face that Al Pacino,
no matter how hard the awards try, nothing will ever out cringe the old Game Crazy training vids.
Game Crazy training vids. These sound really familiar. I'll have to look this up soon.
Yes, so many streams this month.
I know, right? Thanks, Cam's Kitchen and Tanku and Yesterday.
Do you have a favorite holiday movie?
Mrs. Doubtfire. Even though it's not in the holidays. Thank you for the 800 bits. The answer is always Mrs. Doubtfire or Dragonheart, no matter what. But yeah, Al Pacino showing up. Okay, so I assume that every time there's like a big name celebrity at one of these things, it's almost guaranteed, right? That they're going to be the first presenter so that they can get in and get the fuck out ASAP. And so when Al Pacino shows up, I assume being paid a boatload of money, and he's like, I don't even need to read the fucking scripts. I don't even need to see the teleprompter. I'll just show up and do whatever. Who gives a shit? Anthony used to talk about the Game Awards. Why didn't you guys get married? We would sit there sometimes and just riff on the Game Awards. Not like in a stream or anything. We would just do it for us. Please, Hydroneer. You're a Hydroneer. My God, got him again. Rail Rainbow, thanks for the 300 bits. Roadkill Games, thanks for the Prime. Unrealistic Twitch, thank you for the Prime. Rail Rainbow, thank you for another 60 bits. Tanku. Sorry that I misspelled Hydroneer. Has a G in it. Alright, hold on. I'll fix this.
That's a long time.
I'll fix this. Did I do it? Jorgen, thank you for the Prime. Penguin, thank you for another 500. Jesus, so many. The fuck is this song? I don't remember putting this on any goddamn play. I mean, we're gonna listen to it anyway. I could strip to this. Warkland, thank you for the Prime. Oatneck, thank you for the 300 bits. Josh, this time I am not drunk. It's okay. It's okay. Benzo Knight, thanks for another 100 bits. Dina, thanks for the 300 bits. Mr. Generic, thanks for the 300. God damn it. Hold. Dandelion, fuck me. Thank you for the resub. Cali Crow, thank you for the 23 months. Miraculous Falcon, thanks for the 100 bits. And Dragon Buster 117, thank you for the resub. Okay, for the love of God, stop it. Stop it right now, Blue Myth. Thank you for the Prime. Photochemistry, thanks for the resub for 20.
This is the creamy peanut butter of smooth jazz.
Okay, I accept that. And then this song comes on right after.
You're doing GR8.
My goodness. Desert Ice, thank you for the 300 bits. Every time someone says, "Can you please play?" You're just delaying the stream. I'm just gonna slow roll it even more. Rock Lord, thanks for the 100 bits. Okay, stop. Mic drop. Thank you for the tier 1 Rock Lord. Thanks for the Prime. And Thrash Panda, thank you for the Prime. Stop it right now. Stop. I want to play the game too. Okay, we're gonna play. We're gonna play Thingamabob now. Oh yeah, the screen's a fucking mess. I like how, yeah. You like how there's half the text in the front and some in the back? That's to suspend your disbelief.
To this Josh circa 2022.
So we're gonna play some Hydroneer. I'm just gonna play the new update for a little bit, and then I'll probably switch over to being like, hey, do you want to see what I'm working on? Hold on. Okay, let's switch over to the game. Hold on, let's see studio
Nobody
mode.
donate bits just so Josh will strip to this song.
Fine, I'll do it right now. Just hold on. Let's switch over to that. All right, 20-second fade, go. We gonna get a new video on YouTube after this? Yes. Following this stream, it's immediately gonna go live. That's not true. That's not true at all.
What if we had all the text scrolling across the screen too?
Can you fuckers.
We stripping in here?
We stripping in here, yeah. Hello, Hazelnut. Thanks for the 500. Captain Ben, thank you for the 303. What if we had all the text scrolling across the screen? God, that'd be sick. Like, speaking of, I'm sick if you're just joining, so I'm a little off the handle. Pybo10, thank you for the tier 1. Photochemistry with thousands of bits. Just 1,000, but then there was some earlier too. So I'm gonna call that thousands, if not millions. Nobody donate bits just so Josh will strip to this song. Garbage Day, thanks for 300 bits. And Penguin, thank you for another 500. Leading up to, I think the deliverables have been like 3 million bits now. Legend. Sir Pickled Lemon, thanks for the resub. And Garbage Day, thank you for the 200 bits. Stop! Stop it! Stop! Shut the fuck up! How do I know this isn't pre-recorded?
Pro tip, you can add a scroll filter to text in OBS.
Your mom's pre-recorded. Oh my god!
Text scroll at different speeds and directions. Some with animated colors for extra obnoxious insanity.
Why do you guys like this? Why do you guys like this? Ben? Desert Ice? Todd? Harkonnen? You psychos? Okay, we're just gonna hit new, okay? We're just gonna hit new. Fuck you, chat! We're gonna turn creative mode on because this is a non-trying day. Okay, it's already nighttime because I bet Max thought that was really cool. I bet he was like, you know what, the fucking day-night cycle is gonna start in the menu and it's just never, ever, ever gonna stop. So instead, you're gonna start the game in pitch black for the perfect user experience. I actually really like Hydroneer. I don't know why I want to roast Max, the developer of it, for doing nothing wrong except like caring about his game. Which, by the way, like, okay, there is one thing. Why am I doing this? There's a fucking... Okay, so this is Hydroneer. If you've never played Hydroneer before, Hydroneer is a game where you mine for shit and then shit happens and then you do some shit. Okay, that's pretty much
Hi,
the game.
Josh. Hope you're feeling better or recovering nicely. I know you absolutely loved the Game Awards.
Dude, Cringe
right?
Fest
Right.
2022.
Dude.
You know you know what else cracks me up at the Game Awards is they're like,
Wow,
right,
there's a game.
award in the title. Let's get these stupid awards out of the way so we can run more trailers, please. And I don't necessarily care that it's used for that much. Like, look at this. Look, this is the new thing, by the way. These psychos, these tall hobbits are all over the place.
Can you hit us with that sexy slow fade in again?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Hold on. All right, first, let's just go back to, we'll just go back to just chatting. You're welcome.
You won't find better prices than these.
Who the fuck said that? Is somebody talking to me? You wouldn't be able to tell because, we're doing us some sweet fades. Max added NPCs, he sure did. All right, we're gonna cheat with the hourglass and make it daytime again. Okay, I can't actually transition back until the fade is done.
Take a look at my goods.
Shut up! What the fuck? Do you not trust me, sir? All right, now we're gonna switch. What, do you gotta take a shit and you're just walking around? 20-second fade, go. I gotta piss. Just watch this guy walk around for a bit. I'll be back.
Hey, take a look at my goods.
I'll take a look at something, all right? It's gonna be your goods. I'm gonna take a look at your mom's goods.
Looking for something? You won't find better prices than these.
Hey, just got off the phone with your mom. She says hi. All right.
My goods.
All right. Yes, I washed my hands. Shut up. You pissed so fast. Yeah, just piss your pants
Can
on the
you
way
still
there,
shop
then
at
there's not
the
as much
game?
to do. So aggro today, OMG.
Good. Hope the cat is doing well.
I would absolutely, I think, in a rush, if I was like, oh my god, I have to piss so bad and the litter box is right there, I would absolutely just turn that whole tray into concrete. If it meant expediting the process.
You won't find better prices than
Can you
these.
please shut the fuck up? Trying to have a nice time over here, and fucking Civil War facial hair over here thinks it's time to write a letter to God. Dear my dearest Martha. Long have I waited to hold thee while I lay at the front lines.
You should pee like you sneeze. In your mask, while staring people in the eyes.
It's a good idea, actually. Just... The NPCs are so hot, though. Don't be mean to them. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, so let's... I locked time. By the way, if you didn't know it, there's ways that you can do some halfway cheating, okay? You've got tools for flying. You can just put this hat on, and it obstructs your view. And then you
They're
can
called
fly.
mutton chops. You're doing swell.
And then they added this hat, which, when you... Well, you can't... It'll make sense later. Just... There's a hard hat. That's all you need to know. And when you put it... Discount creative mode. I think it's a perfectly good halfway point between adding a bunch of cheat tools that you can get with mods, but putting it into the game officially. I think it's great. I think it's great. Then there's the gravity tool that lets you pick up and throw things like the gravity gun in Half-Life. I don't know what the point of that one is, Max. And then my favorite tool, which is the creative one, which lets you duplicate and destroy things, which is my absolute favorite item, because it lets you duplicate things, because if there's one thing this game likes you to do, it's goddamn chores. Wait, if you fly out of the shop, do they take it away? No, because when you're in creative mode, you can just steal stuff anyway. So you can none of this has a cost when you're in creative mode. You can just walk off with it. Oh, sorry, I was trying to make it an entertaining game with a gravity tool. Hold on, Max. I'm gonna VIP you so I can see your messages for sure. So I mean, go ahead and keep pinging me. I don't care. But hold on. VIP Grandma Max. Done. There you go. Perfect. Now I see it even more. Desert Ice, thanks for 300 bits. Sick, thank you for the prime. Thank you for 300 bits. Desert Ice again. Jesus Christ, Desert Ice. Desert Ice, Desert Ice, Desert Ice, Garbage Day, Taco, Photochemistry. Zhengi, thank you. I'm recovering okay. Thank you for the tier 2. I'm still sicky. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today. I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff they added, right? Let me tell you, I had an actual gasp moment when I was fucking around with this. Because if there's one thing I assumed is that... Okay, let me find an NPC. As far as I can tell, there's two types of NPCs here, right? You've got these psychos that just sit around. They're just, you know... They sit there and you're supposed to sell stuff to them. They maintain the shoppies. And then there's the free-roaming NPCs that I can't find anymore. Cool story,
Where
right?
were you 10 months ago? How far had your bus gone on that desert road?
Great question. It's still out there. I mean, there's a chance we'll come back to it. You never know. While we're at this bridge, I did want to highlight. I appreciated the cameo or the nod you put into RCE, Real Civil Engineer. I say that, but now I can't find the goddamn Easter egg. It's on this bridge somewhere. I thought. Son of a bitch.
Jeez. Saw EE for throwing
No, I
bits at
didn't mean
you.
it. I didn't mean it. Desert Ice, you're a beautiful soul. Everywhere I see Desert Ice, he's being mega trolly, but in like with money, which is, you know, it's hard. You can't be mad at people when they're throwing money at you, right? That's my logic when I go and annoy my friends on stream. If fucking Mr. Moneybags here just throws money at you, he can be semi... Stop swearing. Your attitude. It's not even a swear word. You take that to the grave, though. In 50 to 60 years, hopefully. Or more. I don't know. I don't know. Where the fuck is this thing? There's like a thing that... If it says... It's next to the rocks. There it is. There it is.
I guess he doesn't love us, frown.
There we go. See, there we go. There's the cameo. Penguin, thank you for that. Thank you for the 5. I do love.
Swear more, or don't, but either way, lame chat.
Okay, so here's one of them free roaming NPCs. Yeah, I'm sure you will buy a shiny new truck. So that's the two types, right? They stand around here just surveying all they see, but they do, I've noticed that they do walk around and stuff. They do walk around and they eventually attempt to give you quests. But here, hold on, we're gonna go to the town over here and buy and procure a vehicle. And the thing I was 100% not expecting is that you can interact in any meaningful way with NPCs. I just assumed that they wander around and you can't do much, right? So I like procured one of these little video, I almost called it a video. That's the kind of day we're looking at here. One of these things that looks like a mongoose from Halo, which makes me very happy. And I was like, oh, okay, well let's try to hit an NPC and see how it goes. And this is the behavior I expected. Bonk, nothing. Clip right through him, and I was like, okay, makes sense. Why would you why would you add other stuff? Like realistically, like you're just trying to put the NPCs, right? And so I'm driving around. And I'm like, that's fair enough. I do wish you could do more stuff. And you probably can tell where this is going. Which is I took my new vehicle and I started riding around pretending I'm, you know, looking for teammates to run over in Halo Reach, as you do.
A flip right?
And then we see our target. Another NPC. Staring off as you do. Looking all regal. And that's when
Do a barrel roll.
I decided, let's give it a shot, see what happens. I don't know. And that's when my world opened up. Like, I actually, the first time I hit someone and they went flying, I gasped. Because I was just so not expecting it.
I stay up late at night, watch and laugh at every YouTube video. Thank you, Josh.
Triode, hey, thanks. I appreciate that. And also 5,000 bits. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. Muy excelente. No, come back. Okay, so when I realized that, I was like, yes. Yes. Let me punt you all over the place. And then I've noticed that is the next video kidnapping all NPCs. Max, don't ruin the surprise. And also vaguely, but not really, but also yes. You know how I just mash all kinds of things in a video. So I've spent a lot of time just messing with NPCs and trying to understand their behavior, which is to say, like, sometimes they stand there. Sometimes they really want to get back to the location where they were standing. There's just all kinds of, and I've just been trying to understand this. What happens if I get out of the vehicle? Will they climb on top of it? The answer is yes in some cases. Sometimes you can, like, get them to stay on the vehicle and then ride them around. Not in this case. I think he needs to get on top of the vehicle, so we can try this out. We can see if we can get this secret psychopath to all right, let's see. So he looks like he's in his comfort bubble right now. But I bet we can get him to get on top of this here vehicle. Let's see. So let's give him a little nudge. And I think we have to get off the vehicle and he needs to climb on board. So hold on. Will you ever play Mon Bazoo again? Hey, never say never. Hey, get your bitch ass on there. Get it on there right now. Shut up. Don't you talk to me. Yeah, of course he doesn't want to move. There's a lot of this too, where it's just like the number of times that I got people stuck in that bridge trying to make this work was really high when I was doing this for my video. So the next video I'm doing is Hydroneer. I'm like halfway through it. I say halfway through.
I tried to get number 1 again, but I won't let me buy any more bits. Looks sad.
There you go. There you go. Uh-huh. Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. Uh-huh. We're doing good. What the hell is that noise he's making? That's called ecstasy. It's called ultimate pleasure. Oh, wait, whoa. You might be, if you're just joining me right now, I'm trying to get this guy to get out of my dreams and into my car. Oh shit. Well, that's taking on a life all of its own. But there is a sweet spot where this will work and we can drive him around. But anyway, so oh god, did you see that little barf-tastic maneuver? Watch this. Huh! Camera, please. Do you currently have a super repetitive task running on auto for your Hydroneer video on another computer? No. There was no automated task for this one. This was a Josh had to do it by hand one, and dear god. Hold on. Let's get our exercise in. Oh. Ah. Oh. For Ellehoffen. Thank you for the 50 gift subs. Please, the noises you're making. Which ones? Those ones? The pleasure noises? What's wrong? What's wrong with the pleasure noises? RIP LGIO Gold Thrust, you are missed. Yeah, Twitch pulled it, which is, you know, totally understandable. I feel like there's a lot of emotes that are just on borrowed time, and once they get reported, they get pulled. That's just the way it is. I think that's fine.
I am back.
For Ellen Hoffman, thank you again for those 50 gift subs. And Jesus Christ, and 10,000 bits, for which I don't have any sort of good alert for it whatsoever. Because I suck. So just for you, I'm going to do something that I was probably going to do anyway. Which is show you what I've been working on for my video, okay? Because now I'm stuck. Hold on, let me mess with this guy like a little bit more, and then I'll show you some stuff that I'm working on for the video. And they're going to watch me do one of my terrible repetitive tasks that I usually do off camera and don't tell anyone about. But I want someone to share in my pain this time, because Max, you created great tools that I've used in aggressive amounts.
My favorite part about the new NPC edition is all the Githin and Githin and Githin and the Githin and Githin and Githin and all of the Githin, and you are doing so good. I'm proud of you.
I know, I also love all the kissing. Yeah, if you complete a quest, there's like a whole relationship thing. Then you fall in love and have graphic... No, there's no dating module to it. Although how... Oh, look, here we go. There, no, stay the fuck where you are. No, oh no, come back, no, stay on it. So there's a couple of like, it has to be a perfect storm, I've realized. I mean, Max probably, I mean, obviously knows this better. Max is the developer, that's who I keep referencing. But there's like a perfect storm where you can get them to stand on the vehicle and not want to go back to their place of origin. Like, he wants to stay here so bad.
You should do a series of videos like the UL AT&T commercials from the 90s. Only crazy stuff you do in games.
The You Will AT&T commercials. I don't know if I actually recall those. I'd romance that beard guy. Me too. You mean Itchy Beard? Itchy's carts. Sensual carts. Okay, so I think that this guy is actually just going to stay here under all circumstances, but we're going to see if we can find another one to rough up a little bit. Jax Wolf, thanks for the Prime. Aristotle, thank you for the 300 bits. Edgar McGregor, thank you for the 23 months. Warzy, hello, thank you for the 16 months. Anger Management, as always, thank you for hurling more stuff with funny messages. Forgive me, I know that Itchy is also a Hydroneer dev. I'm just used to calling you as like the umbrella term for the whole team, but you are correct. There is more than just you. And also, yes, get back to work, goddammit, as Max says. All right, let's look at some of the new tools. Let's look at some farming shit. And maybe we'll find some NPCs along the way. Social Work Selkie, thank you for the resub. That hasn't even come up yet. I'm ahead of the game here. Marco, thank you for the resub. Blex Toast, thank you. Why am I going the long way?
Hashtag blessed.
Ow. Ow. Josh, did you go to that Christmas party with your wife's coworker's kid that was free? Yes, I did. Oh, yeah, I'll tell that story. That's how I got sick, is by going to this Christmas party. But, so there was a, just to give you some backstory, there was a, so my wife's boss has a 12-year-old daughter.
Nice work.
Who turned out to be a big fan of LGIO. And the way I found this out is we'll call her boss lady and daughter. Those are the people involved here. And so boss lady is having dinner with her kids and is like, yeah, so it turns out I work with someone whose husband is a YouTuber. And daughter is like, really? What does he do? And she's like, I think he plays video games. And she's like, wow.
Oh my goodness, my cup runneth over. Yes.
Drago, thank you for that. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. And she's like, really? So he just stays at home all day while she works? That sounds real fair. And then boss lady is like, you know, because she's 12, right? If you're not going to mouth off to your mom when you're 12, what's the point? And then boss lady is like, well, I think people like pay him to play games and stuff. Like a lot of people watch him. And she was like, and daughter is like, Mom, if it's not Let's Game It Out, it doesn't matter. And I don't, what are the odds? What are the fucking odds? And so boss lady is like, actually, I think that's who it is. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. And daughter lays like, really, Mom, are you serious? And once she found out that it really was that it's Let's Game It Out, she like got up from the table and like started running around the house screaming. Which is the most wholesome, adorable thing. Anyway, so, and then she was like, boss lady is like, daughter, you gonna come with us to the company Christmas party? You gonna do that? You gonna come with? And she's like, is Let's Game It Out gonna be there? And boss lady is like, does that make a difference? And she's like, Mom, that makes all the difference. And so when I heard about all this, I was like, yeah, I'll come to the Christmas party. So I swung by everyone's favorite boutique, TJ Maxx, and picked up a new sweater and went to the Christmas party. And she had like questions. And so they rented out like a whole restaurant for this party, I guess. And so I got there and it was so fucking wholesome. It was honestly possibly one of the most wholesome things of my existence. Sir, please copulate with the truck later. I'm trying to tell a story. You psycho. But like when she saw me, because like when we first got to the restaurant, I had to go wash my hands and use the facilities, and so I stepped away immediately to go do that. And the daughter was like looking around, and my wife was like, don't worry, he's here, he just went to the bathroom. And so when I got back, she immediately knew that it must be me, even though she had no idea what I looked like. And when I said hi, she immediately recognized my voice and started giggling and was like, you sound just like the videos. And it was so wholesome. But anyway, she had questions that she wanted to ask, and so I was like, yeah, let's go sit down. So I sat with her, had my cup of coffee in hand, and she asked a bunch of questions, you know, stuff like, how long have you been doing this? How'd you get started? Do you record? Like a lot of the things that... Can you calm down, sir? But yeah, just had a nice talk with her. She also makes videos that she was inspired to make. My understanding anyway is that she was inspired to make videos because she watched my videos, and so I wanted to, you know, encourage that. And so I told her how cool her concepts were, because they're the legitimately cool concepts. And then, you know, I stepped away and like we did dinner or whatever, and then, you know, I found her again and was like, hey, do you want any merch? And I like showed her all the merch. And I think I've talked about this one before, but I have a lunchbox coming. It's not done yet, and it's unfortunately not going to be done in time for Christmas. But I got a prototype that day, so I brought it with me, and I was like, hey, do you want to see something that's not out yet? And so I showed her the lunchbox that I'm working on, and I was like, do you want this too when it comes out? And she was like, yeah. So I like ordered a bunch of merch. I'm like, wife, give this to boss lady to give to child. Thank you. But anyway, it was adorable. Hey, and now back to murder. Oh, now you're a stationary object? Well, in that case, we're just gonna have to burn your retinas, I guess.
You are a wonderful human being, Josh.
Here you go. Yeah, there's gonna be a lunchbox. It's metal.
Book.
And it says, across it. There you go. There you go, buddy. Let me make sure I can't actually hurt this guy. When I meet people who know of Hydroneer, they're more excited about LGIO videos than they are about the game. You know, I feel a little bad when, like, because I'll sometimes hop into, like, other people's, like, I have a couple of buddies that play Satisfactory, and I'll go and watch their streams, and inevitably someone's like, brings me up in context of like chaos or spaghetti factories or whatever it might be. And like, you know, that's just what happens when a lot of people watch your stuff and, you know, you have a wide audience. But I always feel bad for my creator friends to just have to stomach every goddamn stream where they're making stuff of their own merit, making stuff that's arguably harder than the stuff that I make, because they're making like organized stuff. And they come in and they're like, wow, I have never seen... I mean, I've said this
Hey,
too, by the
Josh,
way.
Love your videos. Have you tried the game Teardown? I played it for the first time yesterday and all I could think was I would love to see this on Geo.
I have been meaning to check out Teardown. I played it when it very, 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 very first came out and was like, this seems cool, but I'm going to shelf it for now. And then it like became this phenomenon that all these YouTubers were playing. And I was like, I'll come back probably. So I need to go review it and then do my reconnaissance to make sure that I'm not treading over territory that other people have already done.
One day, I will buy a shiny new truck.
Shut up. I'm gonna wear your face and your body.
Clang brothers are a bit podgy.
Have you tried Blueprint and Satisfactory? No, because I'm not a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I just haven't tried it yet. I've done some mods that have like the blueprinting stuff, but obviously that'll save me a boatload of time once I use it. I'm not even looking at the farming stuff. I'm just driving around while I talk. This is like a podcast with crap going on.
Bill.
Dollar store elderly Ron Weasley over there sitting on his ass. I know. Hey, hold on. Josh is so hostile today. Just casually hostile. Can you blow up satisfactory NPCs or stationary NPCs? You cannot. So we can try and throw stuff at them, but they don't. This is kind of the extent that you can do. I mean, you can totally bury them alive under a pile of rocks. Don't ask how I know that. This guy kind of looks like Simon Phoenix, doesn't he? Because he's got, well, actually no, it's like, well, kind of. He's got the complexion and the hair for it. Yeah. All right, let's go look at some farming stuff. Okay, so this is Hermione Grangefield. Sorry, terrible. Josh, please. There's a standard of comedy you need to set yourself to, and that was beneath you, sir. I still feel good about it. Okay, so here's the new farming area. Where's the NPCs that sell me shit? I'm all turned around. Okay, so there's a new vehicle that lets you harvest things. And hey, Max, I have a question. Is there... I'm just walking into my own personal brand stereotypes here. So this vehicle, farming utility vehicle, harvest crops and replant seeds. Basically, when you use this thing, you can ride around in it looking all cool and stuff. And I'll show you in a second, but it like... You plow your crops and they pop out into the back here, right? And then you've got your like tomatoes or whatever. And then when you're ready to like unleash them onto like a conveyor belt or something, you just aim out the side like that and they pop out the side, right? Max, is there actually like an upper limit to how many tomatoes or like items you can shove in this thing? Because I've shoved a lot of fucking items in this thing, and it seems like it can house as much as I want. There is no... I knew it. I knew if anyone was gonna do that, it was gonna be you. I fucking knew it. But here, let me, I actually want to highlight something that I think is incredibly cool about this upgrade. So there's all kinds of shit, right? You got seeds and whatever, right? And you got new pipes and there's like sprinklers or whatever, right? And then there's this new thing that like cuts up the vegetables or whatever, right? We installed a black hole in the vehicle. Perfect. Very sophisticated and genius coding on our part. It's just like, it's like Star Trek Elite Force where you have like a transporter dimension in your pocket or whatever. You can just pull whatever guns out you want, right? Is that the first place you went? Not like a pocket dimension like in D&D? You fucking nerds. It's Legion. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Hey, Josh, love your videos. Have you tried? Oh, that's right. We already talked about Teardown. Calm down, Buffalo Bill. I will not. And Anger Management, thank you for the gift sub to just Chaka as he goes by. Kaylin, and thank you for the tier 3 for 23 months. Dear Lord. I'm gonna plant 5,000 crops and just start harvesting them just to do it again. Sir, don't give me rookie numbers like 5,000. Okay, so let's grab some seeds. We'll show you what this looks like, because there's something that I actually think is a very cool detail that I don't think I've seen on a game, but that I thought was rather neat. So let's go over here, because... Hey, Max, I have another question. Max, I have a gripe. I don't shit on your bed sheets. I say do you remember what fucking movie was that? Did you ever see Serenity? The Firefly movie, and there was like the sort of bad guy character could like pinch someone's nerve and paralyze them. He would like pinch a part of their back and it would paralyze them. That's what I do to Max, and I just shit on his chest. No bed sheets required. Where the hell's my vehicle? There it is. What in the Americas is a Firefly movie? Well, Firefly was a sci-fi television series that lasted one season, that in the years before people sort of got sick and tired and or hated Joss Whedon, were really pleased with his production of Firefly. And then after it got canceled, it became, you know, this sci-fi darling because it didn't have a chance to start sucking yet. So everyone loves it, me included. It was really good. I worry that if it had kept going, it would have been not as good. But it's a pretty good one season of television. And I also personally really liked the movie, although it has a spotty history for people with that movie. Anyway, that was all just for a chest shitting joke. Anyway, Max, here's my question. Max, why the fuck is it so hard to find these pallets? Why do I have to go all over goddamn creation to get these things? And the reason these pallets are important is because when you want to stack items, you have to like get a pallet, then you can pick up your items, so you can put it on the pallet, and then it stays on the pallet. And there's so many times when I just want a pallet and I look around, and if I'm not at this store or a couple of others, I don't know if I just don't know where to look. But why? Is this for like lore reasons? Is this for lore reasons? Very curious if Josh has found a way to shoplift in this version without creative mode. I think I haven't tried in this one, honestly. Just because, like, there's a point where I just move on from the console. I might come back to it, but I found other stuff. It's difficult to find them because of a very specific reason. It's quite complex, and it might be a bit difficult to understand, but basically you need to get good. God damn it! Fine. Let me tell you, all the backtracking I've done, I've tried my best to get good to varying results. You deserve that. Fuck you, Sarah. Okay, anyway, let's take our stupid... I don't need to listen to a goddamn thing you say. Alright, hold on.
You're playing Hydroneer, because I'm already wet.
Good. Hazelnut, by the way, thank you for the 500 bits. You are a wonderful human being. Thanks! Do you know what I find kind of wild in a way? I understand this, but and this is a bed that I made myself, so I have to sleep in it. But like, people kind of expect that I like go around the real world being as big an asshole or as big a shit stirrer as possible. But the truth is, like, in real life, I don't want people to have a hard time in life. Like, I want people to have as easy a time and as happy a life as possible. Okay, there are a couple of things that I've done in real life that are arguably not the best way to go about stuff. I was thinking about this the other day. Okay, for anyone that's been to an... I'm sorry about this, by the way. I would never do this again. This was like a decade ago. But at many airports, at least in the United States, there's a kiosk for something called fuel rod. Hold on, let me see if I can find this thing. Airport kiosk.
Quick animal fact, sperm whales are named because of the white liquid scientists found in their head.
Phoenix, thanks for the 1,000 bits. I don't know if that's true or not, but I am choosing to believe you wholeheartedly. All right. Get out of the... I'm trying to show the product. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. I pushed a button and it didn't work. That always makes me feel really good in inside and out. There we go. I'm just trying to show this product, and instead it's like, do you want to see this map? And I'm like, I really don't. Can I okay, turns out I can just scroll down. I'm the moron. Okay, so the fuel rod product is this little thing right here. You go up to one of these kiosks, and you can like buy this little product to charge your phone. And when you're done with it, or like when it runs out, you can go back to the kiosk and just feed it back in, and it'll give you a fresh charged one. So it's like once you buy the thing, you can just keep swapping, right? As it says. Oh, it looks like they changed it. Maybe this isn't my fault. Hold on. Get instant credits, redeem blah, blah, blah. Use your credits towards the purchase of a new kit or towards a swap to get a fully charged one. Okay, so back in the day, you could buy one and just go to these kiosks for free and use it, right? And I was like, wait, what happens if I just stand here and just tell it and just keep giving the old one and getting a new one? How many of these does it have, and does it stop me at any point? The answer is no. The time it stops is when it runs out of things to give you. And so I single-handedly stood there and got the machine to be like, sorry, we're out of these for now. And I felt kind of bad, but it was funny. So the answer is yes, there was a limit. I'm sorry, Fuel Rod. I see why you changed your system, because I single-handedly was like, this is why we can't have nice things. Anyway, back to Sparrow, and then I went and had Sparrow, and then I think some chicken nuggets, then I got on the plane and felt awful.
Congrats, you robbed a vending machine.
Okay, but to counteract that, later on, I think one plane trip later, I went up to one of those Best Buy kiosks, because sometimes they have those places, you know, it's like the Best Buy technology store, except it's like a kiosk. And someone had left their credit card just sticking out of the machine. And I took it to Lost and Found. I mean, what was I going to do? Steal it? But all I mean is, like, I saw that and was like, oh, that's awful. And so I took it to, like, to somebody. It was like, someone left this in the thing. I'm not like that in real life, except for that one time and that other time. And oh, also, look, I would argue that is slightly innocent in a way, right? Like, that's like nothing super bad is going to happen from that kiosk. It's not like I called in like a bomb threat or something, which don't do, obviously. Yeah, then probably whoever I gave the card to probably went back to the kiosk and used it to buy sweet stuff. Also, yeah, you don't do dangerous or legitimately harmful things. That's the hope anyway. All right, so we're gonna put this. Now, let's get closer to the water so we can save time. Also, Max, I feel like I'm losing my mind or not, but it feels like you added hills, which I really think is cool. I like the textures. I love the textures. That's why I put that's why I put kiwi skin on my pizza for the for the texture. Okay, so let's get this off here. Captain Nivu, thank you for the resub. Desert Ice, thanks again for more bits. The Phoenix, thank you for the sperm whale fact. Kiwi skin.
I graduated today, and I wanted to thank you for always bring joy into my life during hard times.
Hey, congratulations. Doesn't even matter what you're graduating from. It's an accomplishment. Cracked door. Thank you for the 300 bits, and thank you. And congratulations, I should say, for graduating. What, you guys don't eat kiwi skin? What are you, psychos? They're not poison. What are you talking about? Congratulation. If they're poison, then I'm like the Dread Pirate Roberts in fucking Princess Bride, and I've been eating it my whole life. And now I'm just immune to the poison. I never knew if you could eat it or not, so I never have. Yeah, I mean, I had a relative that was like, yeah, you can eat it. Watch. And then they ate it like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I ate it like that. And I was like, okay. And then that's how I grew up. Like a psychopath. What the fuck did I come here for? I'm in the wrong place. I need more supply. I'm so used to... My muscle memory is still to go here. I had a manager at work that would eat banana peel, so much so they saw if they saw anyone eat an orange, they would go up
and eat the skins.
They would go up and ask for the peel, and I mean they would ask. That's Do you know what that kind of reminds me of? Have you ever... This is going to sound like some true degenerate behavior, but... Have you ever been just getting to a restaurant and you're fucking hungry and you're waiting? They're waiting to seat you. And you're watching them clear a table and you're seeing just like a barely touched pile of food. Like it's like a full thing of French fries that nobody touched and like a burger that was basically not touched. And you're like, can I just have those fries? What are you going to do with them? Can I just come on, just I'm doing the thing like Morpheus did to Neo, like come here and fight fingers, you know? I'm doing it like, come here, French fries, come on, give me, bring them over here. What are you gonna do? Throw them away? Just throw them away in my mouth. Just put them. No, it's for the underpaid staff. I highly doubt that. I mean, maybe. I mean, I worked in a coffee shop. At the end of the day, you're supposed to... What happened? Game, are you okay? Hey, Max, what happened to my game? Max. Ah! Oh, never mind. The fugue state is over. That meal was left because someone came by with COVID and raspberry. Yeah, but that's... I actually don't know this. I was gonna say, I don't know if you can get COVID that way. Can I just eat COVID? It's fine. I don't know. There's only one way to try. Did you eat raw coffee beans? I've had like chocolate covered espresso beans in such excess that I can never do it again. I can assure you the staff is not touching your nasty F lip. Yeah, that was my assumption, right? Like, if you're gonna throw away like pastries at the end of the day, that's one thing. But if you're gonna, like, no one's eating someone else's food. That's going right into the trash. And or back to the floor. Okay, so let's pick up one of these. Put this right here. I got COVID from Wendy's, so yes, it's possible. Yeah, but do you know if it's from the food or was it from touching like a wrapper and then touching your bare eyeballs? Like just, I mean, okay, I understand that COVID's a sensitive subject, so we don't have to keep mulling over these things, but my assumption is that I need to stop. I assumed that one of the things I needed to do once COVID became a thing was like, I need to stop jabbing my fingers into my eye sockets.
Nothing triggered me more at a restaurant than when I went to one of those steam bucket seafood places. While I sat and waited for the food, there was a couple who got their bucket of seafood and instead of just opening it and eating from the bucket, they dumped all the contents onto the table. Sauce and water dripping all over them, the booth bench, and the floor.
What? Why? Like... That's like... I feel like that's like pirate chest behavior. Like when you need to sort through the goods and you just pour them all over the fucking treasure table and you start sipping. Who does that with just raw... What? Yeah, I want to go get a hot pot. That'd be great. Yeah, you know the thing where you cook it at your table and they bring you all the nice meats and vegetables and stuff and you cook it right there? Yeah, just bring me the nice plates of the perfectly sliced beef. Yeah, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to flip that over and I'm going to wait for it to like unstick from the plate and just make that slap noise as it hits the table. And then I'm just going to use my two index fingers and just sort of like stir everything around. What the fuck? Okay, do I have everything I need? I had seeds. I've got... Yeah, this looks like everything. It's totally not, but I think it'll do. I think we're going to be okay. Kootspon, thanks for the 50 bits. Jingy, thank you for that story that I will think about, you know, when I go to Red Lobster, which is never, or a seafood place, which is next to never.
From food, there is no evidence to suggest that handling food or consuming food can spread COVID-19.
See?
Follow food safety guidelines when handling and cleaning fresh produce.
The internet said so.
With soap, bleach, sanitizer, alcohol, disinfectant, or any other chemical.
Dumping all the food on the table is definitely a TikTok trend. I can't have that. Did you just steal all that stuff? Sort of. Sorta. Oh, I don't have pipes. That's what I'm missing. I don't have pipes, and I don't have things to duplicate. This will take a really long time if I don't get those things. So hold, please. Back we go. Why do you have a body now? Two reasons. One, there's local multiplayer, so you need to be able to see each other. And 2, there's NPCs, so everybody
Late to
has
this
bodies.
Party, but kiwi skin is definitely edible. Once you get past the hairy bits, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. Just like the taint, right? I'm sorry. This is an 18+ stream and I have no... What is that noise? Uh-oh, we're almost out of Wawa. We gotta refill up. And I actually can't remember if we can refill this vehicle by just flipping it in water, but we're certainly gonna try. Huh! Did you intentionally pick a TTS that sounds as bored as possible? Not on purpose, but it was the first... I think it was the first one I tried, and I was like, oh, this is good. This is perfect. Fill her up, please.
I was
Fill her
wondering
up.
if this game had an unlimited budget during free play mode.
You do have an unlimited budget, yeah, because you can also duplicate items. Well, now I fucked myself. Oh, shit, I don't need to flip it back over like I'm fucking Master Chief. That was amazing. Oh, and also, no, I don't have COVID. This is... The sicky I got is just the cold. Should I just let this toilet draining sound play forever? No, I'll go find, let's go grab a bucket and we'll do it. No, yes. Sounds like a bong. Devs add in vehicle flipping LJIO. Oh, wow, wow, I'm Master Chief. Yeah, what's the problem? Desert Ice, thank you for another 300 bits. Derek Anthony, thank you for 300 bits as well. Kellen, thank you for the prime. I'm sorry, I just popped the mic hard with that one. Kellen! Tiberius, thank you for the resub. Unknown, thanks for the 10 bits. Pax. Motherfucker. What? Oh, hold on. Why am I spending all this time not just driving it over here so we can try again and again and again? Okay. Well, stop.
Lamar, you missed.
I know, I suck. Yeah. Okay.
Nice work.
Okay. Thanks. It's not congestion. Josh is just sick of our shit. There we go. Now you... Oh, wow. I didn't... Wait. Is there water in this bucket? Because that would make... Oh. Max. What do you mean no? Why not? Come on. Why? Come on.
If you eat Kiwi's hold you have that intrusive...
Come on, look. Shouldn't that fill with... Come on. That should fill with water. Come on. See, that. Come on. I should be able to fill itself. Come on. I don't want more work. Yeah, well... Oh, fuck. What did I do? Accelerate. Is this bucket fucking me? Max! Am I better now? No, I'm worse. Okay. Put it in the back then. Fine. We need pipes. We're not even going to use this vehicle for this. I don't know why I'm driving it around. I'm just going to fly because I'm already sick of this shit. All right, so we need some pipes. We're going to take this one. We're going to take one of these. We only need one of each because the rest is going to involve a thing I like to call cheating. Shut the fuck up. Stop telling me no with a huh. Okay. One of each. And now we're going to add one of them hard hats, which you'll see what it does in a second. There you go, buddy. And then we're going to add... not a flight cap because we'll wear that. I need to duplicate thingamabob. There we go. Okay, you get in there. Okay, great. And now let's fly to the location. My vision hidden from me at every turn. Can't see above me because I gotta wear this goddamn hat, Max. There was one time where I had this hat on and I was so sick and tired of seeing it that I was like, I wonder if there's a way for me to like edit this out. And I started looking at like you know, Unreal Tools for Morons, because this sounds like a you problem and not a me problem. It absolutely is a me problem. But I do appreciate that you added... Ah, fuck, I took the hat off on accident. Fuck. I do appreciate that you added this hard hat. Okay, so here's what this hard hat does, right? Okay, so if you have a regular item and you want to place it down, there you go. I placed it. Excellent. And now I have to go find another one and place another one. Or I can put this hat on, and when I place the item, it immediately puts another of the same item in my hands. What a savings. Now, here's the thing. For anyone that watches my videos and it's like, did you cheat by using this?
I bought this to tell you I couldn't buy bits, but I fixed it. Where's Stash?
You got it. There's Stash. Wow, devs are genius. We should all leave a Steam review. You know, I will say this, Grandma Max. This is a lot of game for $10, or whatever your liar's currency is in the UK. A lot of game for 10 freedom dollars. And if you buy it, hey, have you ever thought of leaving a Steam review? I'm hoping for a console release someday. Yo, this game is even fun to play on the Steam Deck. Okay, where was I? So we need all these pipes to set up like a sprinkler system. I guess we don't have to. I don't know why it did all this shit. Here, let me thingamabob, okay? I'm gonna show you plants. Doesn't that sound riveting? Okay, so here's my favorite tool of all time, the trowel. I actually have a mini version of this that I take camping. It's so I can dig holes to take a shit. I can't remember what it's called, but it's got like
Hey, did you talk to Sarah about a Stash VTube?
I forgot. Sarah, can I do a Stash VTuber? Trying to remember the name of the trowel that I take, because it's this ultra light thing, and she said sure. Okay, perfect. Ah, here it is. The Deuce. That's what it's called. Check this shit out. Hold on. Sorry, Fuel Rod. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
Where's Stash watermark?
Okay. Look at that. The Deuce. You dig with this side. Look at that. There's no way it works like this. Why would I want to do any of these things? But you dig a little hole, you shit in it, and then you cover it up. And one of the things that I will always remember is one time my wife and I went backpacking, and we got there and we were cooking the food, and she goes, "Oh no, I forgot to bring our utensil." Because we have like one spoon that we use for eating. So we took the trowel and ate our meal with the other end of the trowel, like the the shorter end. Okay, so we're clear. This thing only touches dirt. Like I'm not like stabbing shit with the thing. It just digs holes. That's all it does. And the other end definitely isn't going into the dirt. Dirt is, well, yeah, we like rubbed hand sanitizer all over it. Like we made it as clean as we could. And also it hadn't been used yet on this trip. It hadn't been used. And we were like, I guess we're going to not use this. And then she shat in my mouth. So it was fine. Sorry.
You might not get COVID from food, but imagine what you get from your poop trowel.
Yeah. Anyway, where were we? When you did one of those holes camping, do you say to yourself out loud, alone in the middle of the woods, wow, what a shithole? So you would think that like funny stuff would come out of it, but really like when you're shitting, if you've never shat in the woods, it's kind of an ordeal, especially most of these places, like it's like a very leave no trace policy. And so it's like I'm just going to demonstrate with the game. Fuck it. Like you're like first of all, you have to find a place where no one can see you. You have to go as far away from a water source as you can. So you have to like walk a bit away. Normally you would go into like the tree line, but I can't dig over there. So we're just going to play pretend over here. And then you'd be like, all right, I found my hole. I'm up somewhere where no one can see me. And have you ever used a wag bag? Hold on. I don't know it by that name, but let me look it up real quick. I have not used a wag bag. It's basically like a plastic bag you use to shit into. I have been places where you're not allowed to bury your shit, so yeah, you have to shit in a bag. Somehow, I managed to go that entire camping trip without needing to use one. Because we went deep into this canyon, and there just happened to be a compost toilet out there.
I tried the chicken tikka masala pizza from Aldi's. Absolutely amazing. P.S. I did your mum.
Oh, thumbs up to both. Anyway, so you find your spot.
Cool story,
and
bro.
It's also usually freezing cold. I don't know when your sudden urge to shit comes, but usually for me it's right after breakfast. So I'm like, wife, wait here. It's do or die. I will either shit. I need to shit or I will die right now. I can't backpack today if I don't do this. So I go out and it's freezing cold. I'm wearing my puffy jacket and my gloves and all that stuff. And you go up into the woods, and I'm digging a stupid hole, breathing heavily because I had to like walk up a hill to find this place. I'm like, okay, all right, let's. Oh god, it's just okay. And then you dig your little hole, right? And then you have to step there and be like, all right, I hope I can aim my shit appropriately while also being fully distracted by looking around to make sure that there's no other hikers that just walk by. And then it's like, all right, here goes. And then you take your shit. And also what you bring with you is a Ziploc bag with your toilet paper. I realize this is disgusting to some, right? But like, you usually have to pack out your toilet paper. So after you wipe your ass, you have a second bag for your waste, for your toilet paper waste, that you then put it in there. So you have two fucking bags. You have your bag of toilet paper that you've prepped before you get there, of like your toilet paper folded nicely, and you're like, okay. And I don't know about you, but I'm not good at squatting, as it turns out. I'm not good at squatting and shitting into a hole, I should say. So I'm over there like, and then I'm just trying to shit, and then it finally happens. I'm like, okay. And then 90 million wipes later, because I've only been eating pre-packed camping food. It's a bit of a friendly competition. He breaks, we fix. People spamming his latest video on our Discord server for a few days gets old quickly. What do you mean? What do you mean? So yeah, I'm up there like gripping a hiking pole, being like, don't fall backwards. Just get your assholes far close to the ground as you can. And then, and then you do all your wiping, goes into another bag that has the sides of it like blocked so people can't see what you're doing. Everyone has this bag, by the way, the waste bag with it's like covered on both sides. You can't see what's in there. When you see someone walking, you're like, they're looking to take a shit. It's a whole process. And I remember the first or second time, how much bug fixing you're gonna have to do with your latest video? I don't think much, if at all, honestly. I think I played it pretty straight in terms of bugs. Anyway, and then you turn around, you're like, you take your deuce trowel, and you're like, okay, let me just take the dirt and go, and then you get some sticks and you like put an X over it, and then you bury it, and then you're good to go. And then you walk back down, and if you're like me, you walk up to your wife, you get the hand sanitizer, you use it, and you tell her that it was a life-changing experience. You're good to go. And she isn't the type that has to go first thing in the morning. It's just spontaneous throughout the day. And she's like, Josh, I need to go find a shit shire right now. That's what we call it. We call it her shit shire. She just has to run off. Do you describe the dumpage to her too? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The shit shire? Absolutely. Okay, anyway, let's get this going. Where were we? What was I doing? Who are you? What is all this? Okay, so we're going to put a pipe here. We're going to have it drip out so that drives me nuts. Oh, yeah, and I think it was like the first, second, or third time I had to go shit in the woods. I'm staring down, just concentrating, doing the wiping and all that stuff, and I look up, and there's a black bear. Not super close to me, but just like walking across the landscape. Black bear and like mommy bear with a bunch of bear cubs, and they are all fucking adorable. Also, black bears, at least in America, are so used to seeing hikers that they don't give a shit, but they also don't want you coming near them. So I saw them and I just like was like, hi bear. Like, you're supposed to like make your presence known without scaring them, right? So I was just like, hi bears, just taking a shit, just taking a shit. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get between you and your babies. We're not gonna have any problems, right? Okay, cool. Great. Doing good. And then I told my wife about it when I got back. She's like, cool, because I have to go shit, so hopefully they're gone. And she walks off. And she's gone for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, she's definitely like a Mr. Ballin video now. But no, she came back and she was like, yeah, the bears were literally in the path, so I just had to stand there and wait for a while until they passed, and then I went to find a shitshire. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Right, farming. Where's my shit trowel? Did I leave it over? Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Here's how farming works. Do one of these things, and then you get your seeds. You get your seeds. You get your seeds. There you go. Ezekiel Bot, thanks for the 100 bits. Rad Devlin, thank you for the sub. McGeeges, thank you for the prime. Okay, and we put this thing, we take it. I actually really like the interface of this. You hold down the mouse cursor and it shows you exactly what it's going to look like in theory. And then when you get close enough to this, it just goes, and then you plant it. Now, here's something I think is great. We're going to switch to the screenshot camera for this. Max and team, excellent work. I don't know if you can tell. Hold on, let me zoom in closer. Where's my god? There it is. If you watch, you can actually see it growing. So we're just going to stare at this while I read. Let's see. Rad Devlin, thanks for the prime. Cats Don't Bark, thanks for the 300 bits. The Dr. Meerkat, thank you for the 300 bits. Crunch Slam Chest, thank you as well for the 300 bits. Detraplex, thank you as well. That's all Joe's work right there, the genius that he is. He made all the characters and all the code that isn't shit. It's great. I actually think it's super cool. You can get rid of the helmet visually using a nuke. That's good to know. The one problem with that is I take the helmet on and off so often that I just... Listen. It's much better to just record your videos in 4K and then just crop that part out. That's the play. Itchy Beard did make the model, actually. Just the bad bits, though. Uh-oh.
Are you growing these nuts?
Yeah, I am. Phoenix, thank you for those 300 bits. Gui, thank you for the 100 bits. Oranar, thank you for the prime. Oranar. Captain Ben, thank you for those 300 bits from earlier about kiwis. Desert Ice, of course, thank you for all that you do. I think I might have missed some earlier on. Let's take a quick gander. No, maybe I didn't. Baron, Detraplex, Macaroni Bones, Playus, Axthelm, Forellenhofen, several times. Lordy. Thank you for all of that. Firefly, thank you for the resub. Phoenix, thank you again. I think that's everyone. Captain View, I think that's everybody. Damn it, are you still going? Okay, it's still going. At some point it's going to run out of water, but we're just going to stare at it until it happens. Everyone do a nice big stretch. Ketra, you missed out. We were talking about shitting in the woods. Have you ever thought about playing Kerbal Space Program? I'll probably wait for the sequel to come out, and then I'll play it on stream with very little idea about what I'm doing, so it triggers the maximum number of people at the same time. Because there's something about the community of people that play like highly technical games that just immediately lose their shit and want to be overly helpful when you're playing a game like that. Like, I've seen some of my buddies playing Dwarf Fortress for the first time on stream, and I'm like, you are braver than I am. I don't think I could manage that one. For one, I feel like that's just too much going on. But also, like, I don't know if I could handle 5 million armchair quarterbacks coming in and being like, let me show you how to do it. I would rather just play it and not get yelled at constantly.
KSP fans encourage the most stupid and bizarre designs. You'd fit in perfectly.
Okay, perfect. In that case, playing it in about 2 sec. No, I mean, I'll probably wait for the second one to come out and I'll do the thingamabob. Taking a sip of my coffee. Hold, please. Actually, you get to hear this one. By the way, if there's long silences, it's because I'm muting myself so I can hack and cough and make all kinds of horrible noises because I am sicky. So hold. Well, you can hear this though. Sarah, you're sick too? I feel like a lot of people are sick right now. Are you feeling better? I mean, I'm feeling a little bit better every day. The good news is I think my voice is starting to come back. That was the big problem, right? Because like I did several days of recording stuff and then I had to stop the voice part of it because my voice was starting to sound inconsistently different. And it's not really a big deal. But I also don't want to deal with 8 million comments for till the end of time with people being like, why does your voice sound different? You sick? You still sick? Like 3 years down the road, you still sick? My brother's entire family got COVID. That sucks. That's well, but I guess it also makes sense, right? If one person's going to get it and you're in like close proximity, then it happens. Are you planting a Christmas tree? Yes, we're done. So as you can see, all the soil is all sad now. Am I sick? Yes. Yes. So, and also sick. All right. Why does your voice sound different? You sound different. You've changed. Okay, where's my water thingamabob? You're here somewhere. Okay. And per usual, you just throw it in, and now it's got Wawa in it. So we're gonna go ahead and here you go. Come here. And now I have a little planta. Hey, did you know, by the way, that if you buy this game on Steam, is it on sale right now? I think it's probably on sale, right? Hold on. Steam powered that one game Hydroneer that sucks. Turns out when you search for that, it doesn't come up with the Steam thing immediately. It comes up with other stuff. But yes, it is, as Max said, it's on sale for 30% off. That makes it like $7. So if you're interested, I'm not even being paid to do this. It's just more like the meme is fun and also for $7. Are you still sick? Your voice sounds kind of fucked up. Yes. How's Genshin Impact going? That'll be coming next. Finish fucking a growing, please. Do you still have a bounty sign in game? Let's check it out. We'll wait. Well, hold on. We'll wait for this to finish. Screenshot camera. Save me. And once this is done growing, we will then... You can actually, if you're just joining us, you can actually... Look at this. You can actually see it growing. Do you see that? Do you see that? You can see it growing in real time. Nature is healing.
Evidently, Josh doesn't have a green thumb.
Your dick is green. What do you think of that? Desert Ice, huh? Got him.
Oh my goodness, my cup runneth over. Yes.
Hey, Joker, thanks for the five gift subs. And Raffy, thanks for the sub. Desert Ice, thanks again. Good. Are you still fully sick? Because you sound like hectic lad. Yeah, dude, fully sick. So sick. Jenny Beans, thanks for the 200 bits. Other people, I think I got everyone. Where's my tomatoes, god damn it? Schlafmutz. Thanks for the prime. Start watching paint dry? Kinda. Look, have you never done gardening? When's the video tease? Probably after we do a little bit more of this, but then I'll show you what I've been working on. Not everything, and I'm not going to show you the conclusion either. You're just going to have to see what I've been working on, because I want someone else to feel my pain. I really hope the tomatoes start tiny and inflate like a balloon. Catch up, you're in luck. He mentioned this video will be okay bug-wise. Yeah, that's my... I don't think I've done anything particularly strange. Like, I think the most... I'm trying to think. Like, I think there's one time where I, like, flipped a vehicle and got out and fell through the world, but, like, what does that matter? That's, like, that's hard, and also, who cares? Because you can just unstuck yourself. But I don't think I did anything that had, like, adverse consequences, just, like, fun stuff. Just fun stuff. Why is your Steam stream age-focused? Well, we'll use today's stream as an example. I've already talked about shitting in Max's mouth. No, shitting in Max's chest. My wife shitting in my mouth. I routinely talk about Goatsy. I talked about eating from a shit trowel. Very fecal focused today, as it turns out. Shitting in holes. Josh, we have a huge problem. I'm soon running out of YouTube videos on your channel. Oh yeah, I mean, I get it. It's been like one a month, so I get it. I wanna get them out faster. I really intended to, and then I got sick, and so I've just been like, ugh. Also, because Max released his goddamn update. Max, by the way, is one of the developers. He released his stupid update when I was in the middle of messing around with Planet Zoo, and I was like, yeah, I honestly would rather be playing Hydroneer right now than Planet Zoo. Because Planet Zoo oscillates from really fun to a state of perpetual misery. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to shelf this for the moment, and I'm going to focus on Hydroneer. And then I got sicky. Is this thing out of water again? Why are plants so fucking needy? Hold on, is it? No, it's still growing. It's still growing. Nope, no, it's not. It's dry again. Here you go. And there we go. Nice and green again. All right, let's... I don't want to miss the tomato popping out. That's the most exciting part. I need this just for Ketchero. Coopsnet, thanks for the turn of bits. Bonin Sup. Thank you for the sub. Wayward Reaper, thank you for the sub as well. Hazy Crazy Psycho, thank you for the prime. Dandelion, thank you for the 50 bits. Love you too. Coopsnet, thank you for the resub as well. By the way, you know that Satisfactory got an update. Oh, there they are. Did you see it? Catch up. Did you see it? Did you see it? Catch up. Catch up. Catch row. Catch row. Wasn't it worth it? Wasn't it the best? All right. So then we take these things, right? And we're like, oh, wait. Let's not touch them. Well, I'll touch one. So you can pull them off manually. Be like, oh my God, a whole tomato, all for me. And then drop it to never be seen again in your pile of seeds. Or we could do it the more fun way. And go get that vehicle that I left somewhere. I think I left it back at Farm Central. But honestly, like, doesn't this... wish I had a metal lunchbox to put those scrumptious tomatoes in. Don't you worry, it's still being worked on. I okayed the design. They're just being made, which takes way longer than well, not longer than it should, just longer than I wanted to. But, like, here's how merch goes, right? You work with a company, they pitch an idea to you, you're like, cool, and then they make the idea, or I make it. But in the case of my merch company, they've been making the designs, and I work with them with artists and stuff. And so they mailed me the first version of this metal lunchbox that I'm working on, and I saw it and I was like, this makes me very, very happy. And I was like, yes, thumbs up. And so they're in production right now, but it takes a while. So I'm not sure when it's going to be, but there is new merch, actually. There is some new merch based on my World Box videos. You don't need to worry about this now. When I release this next video, I'll be mentioning it. So unless you use like YouTube Vanced or one of those that automatically will skip over my little personal advert, you'll see it. But if you do, then you won't see it because it'll just skip over it. But just know that there's new merch. Okay, so we've got tomato plant in this big vehicle here. Hey Josh, if I buy Hydroneer, is the wanted sign actually in the game? Because otherwise the game is bad. Okay, first of all, I'm sure Max will be the first to tell you whether the sign is there or not. The game is bad no matter what. Right, Max? That's not how you say my name, but it's funny. D'Andy Lynn. Dandelion. Thank you for the 10 bits. See, there we go. Yeah, what Max said. Buy it and find out. There you go. The only way to really know, though, is you have to play 2 hours and 1 minute. Or you have to let it sit in your library for at least 2 weeks. And then try it out. Does your merch ship internationally? It does. Do you know how I know this? Because they're based in the stupid UK, so ordering it for myself is international. So yes. Does your YouTube analytics show a majority of your viewers are middle schoolers who are interested in lunchboxes? It's like a collector's item. I don't expect you to actually fucking take it to school. It's also made of metal, so it probably can't go into most American schools anyway, because they're gonna think it's filled with fucking Glocks. All right, you ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I think I got him. Yep. I just pulled up the whole plan and everything. Okay. Now, I don't actually know what happens next, because this is the first time I've ever, ever used this vehicle. I do know that if you hold E, watch what happens to this little arm on the side. I can't get a better view. Thanks, Max. Plop, 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 plop. I don't know if you could see it, but a bunch of tomatoes just came out. I don't know how I got 3 tomatoes from that, actually. But I believe my brain completely clocked out. I want an LGIO lunchbox. Are you kidding? See? Ketro's on board, and that's all that matters to me. The hell with the rest of you. And Ketro's not a middle schooler, so the hell with you guys. Okay. So I believe it'll automatically replant, but the good news is I don't know how. How do I see it? Help. I'll send you a picture. It's not public quite yet. Max, how do I replant for free? How do I do it quickly? Read the description in the bottom. Fuck. Right mouse button lowers and raises equipment. Harvest crops and replant seeds. Oh, I have to put the thing back down. Oh, I see. Is it the back thing? All right, hold on. I'm assuming if I back into this, it'll do its job or something, right? Use your eyes hooker. You know what? I'm sick of your shit, Sarah. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. It needs seeds. God damn it. Put the seed bags in the bag. Fine, fuck you. Fine. Max. No more Max. Wait, is it this? Is it this? Nope. Fuck. Wait, hold on. What was that? In the back? This? No? This? Where's the back? In here? Just shove it in here? Shove it in here. You want me to? Fine. All right. In you go. Max. All right, I hope that worked. All right, okay, it's working great. We did good. We did good. All right, hold on. I'm gonna plant. Hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna plant a couple more holes.
A+.
I did it. Okay, good. Wow, it's like there's something wrong. Yeah, with you, Sarah. What do you think of that, huh? Okay. You would almost think that Max developed this game. No, he's got lots of beloved users that love his game. Do you know how I know when people are really passionate about a game? All you need to do is go to their wiki page and see how much people care. And they have a good wiki. Had a good wiki. I haven't gone to it in a while. And I can't move the vehicle as much as I'm trying. It's probably because I shoved it full of stuff. Josh, you're a bit rude right now. Your goddamn attitude is rude. What do you think of that? Huh? Okay, let me go back over here. Let's see. There are still seeds in the back, which means they are now one with the vehicle, so everything's going great. Itchybeard made the wiki, then I hired him because he made the wiki and is clearly just the right amount of crazy. That's what you want in business partners and lovers. Right, Itchy? Okay, let's see if I go over this thing, is it gonna plant a bunch of seeds on my behalf? Yeah, look, there it went. Did you see that? You didn't. It was a little far away, but it planted all of our little seedlings for us. Josh, you going to play Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach? No, that game's buggy enough. It doesn't need my help. Major Beaver, thanks for the Prime. Rion, thank you for the resub. Sonic Wolf, thank you for that resub as well. Muy excelente. Will you play High on Life? I'll look into it. I don't know much, if anything, about it. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. Great talk. We did it. Okay, so pretty much this is the farming stuff, right? And then there's like quest and shit. Actually, let's finish the quest out because I've never actually done it. Don't ask why this stuff is flying in the air. You don't need to ask. You don't need to know. All you need to know is there's tomatoes. And let's go find someone that'll give us a quest. Will you play Warhorn again? Probably not. Probably not. Never say never, but probably not. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. False alarm, which is almost worse. Hey, do you have a quest for me? Someone will have a quest. Not this guy. He's just thinking about stuff. Josh, you gonna play Callisto Protocol? Probably not. Probably not even for fun. I coughed up a... Ketro, what did you just say? Ketro? I the degeneracy is in full swing. Nice job, Ketro. Where's an NPC that's got stuff? They're usually just like cruising around with a little speech bubble above their heads. How do you decide what games to play for your videos? Usually it's of a specific type of genre, first and foremost. So like, I'll be like, oh, this is an open-ended game with lots of open-ended things to do. Check the map in the store. Fuck you, you don't get to tell me what to do, developer of the game. I would rather meander until I find them, thank you. Fine. Fine, I will go use this map in the store without paying for it. Okay, let's see. I don't see... Oh, there they are. I see some exclamation points. I see one in Bridgeport near the Wa'a. It must hurt to not be as cleverer as me. Yeah, but when you're dumb, like myself, you don't know. So it's okay. Mike, please stop moving around. Okay. Where's this person?
Could we get Stash on the phone to get some additional input?
Where is Stash? I think Stash is in a state of being petrified right now. Where is this person? I thought they were... Is this Bridgeport? Am I losing my mind? Isn't this Bridgeport? Where's this person with the exclamation point over their head? Donde?
Bigger the catch, bigger the cash.
I legit thought he was a tester as a job. That would not pay as well as YouTube. Not even a fraction. Where is... Where the fuck? Where? I'm looking for someone with a speech bubble. Usually they're hanging around in creepy places, and I can usually... Oh, all right. Like, I'm not shitting on QA positions. I just mean, like, they're usually, like, entry-level pay, and so I don't think it's... Like, I think a lot of people aspire to do it either as an entry-level job or as, like, a stepping stone. But like, I've had people suggest like, yo, I can help you get a QA job. And I'm like, why the fuck would I want a QA job instead of doing the YouTubes? I think I remember looking at testing job for QA and it was like 50K. It's kind of rough. 50K isn't bad though. I remember when I had a job and I got promoted from like an entry level position to like max to being like a salary man. And I went from $13 an hour to $52,000 a year, which was like a pretty massive leap. And I was pretty excited about that. Like that's pretty good. 52K is quite good in my opinion. Why are we saying smack? Oh, because it sounded like Max. Smack, 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 smack. We're just gonna fly around till I can find one of these mofos. Hold on. 52K is good depending on where you live, of course. So I lived in San Francisco at the time. So I felt like, at least for me, that was a very good living wage, even in San Francisco. My rent like sucked, but it didn't suck a lot. It was like, my rent was like $900 a month, which is very, very, very good for San Francisco. I think if I went back to San Francisco now, my rent would be like $2,000 to $3,000 a month. But like I had a roommate and it was fine. He paid a little bit more because he had like a really good paying tech job. And he got the parking space. Yeah, not these days. Yeah, I did move back to San Francisco. I should mention that too. I did move back to San Francisco for a couple of years in the last... Like I was in San Francisco and my channel got more popular. And at that time, I was living in a one bedroom with my then fiance, now wife. And how much were we paying? I think it was a one bedroom in a perfectly middle of the road area. Like, so safe, but not like exciting. And it was, I think, $2,400 a month, which I felt was like on the lower end of like, and that's because this particular landlord gave us like, they liked us, and so they were willing to give us a chance because like neither one of us had like, because a lot of places, right, like you need like 3 times the rent to prove you can pay for it. Like you need to be able to prove that your income is like 3 times the rent, and we absolutely couldn't do that. But I was able to successfully make a case that we would never default on our rent, and he accepted it, and we were good tenants. Because there was no reality where I could be like, yeah, I make a, hold on. Let me open up calculator here. 2,400 times 12 times 3. Yeah, I wasn't able to tell them that I had like 86. I didn't make 86,000 a year. So that was really tough. Where to be clear, like I've also only dealt with landlords that are like they only own like a building or like it's their personal house, which I think is a lot easier to communicate with than like a company. Working with a company is really rough because they don't care, and there's no reason they should. But it just means like when you fill out the application, there's no wiggle room, and boy, it sucks. Where are these people? I'm gonna keep yelling even though Max told me how to find them. All right, hold on. I'll use the map again. Hello, Josh. Hello. Map. All right. I'm just going to stare at the map till we find it. So what we're looking at, those motherfuckers are in Bridgeport again. So I'm the little diamond moving left to right near Ember Cradle on the left side of the map. It's kind of hard to see, but basically in the dead center of the screen, you can see like to the right, not dead center, but like to the right of the blue dot, you can see in town there's these 2 exclamation points. I need to go eat soon, so no more Max. If you see those exclamation points, which is where I'm running, that's where my quest givers probably are. So they're probably in town fucking collaborating or whatever they're doing in there. Let's see. Show video before I go or death. I'm not showing you the video. I'm just going to show you what I've been working on the last 2 days. But I wanted to show people the soup first. The soup. The Zupa. There you are, you psycho. You want 2-weight bowl. I doth decree that it requires 2 cut tomatoes. Put it in a soup bowl. Put it in the pizza. All right, so now that we know what it... I guess I don't know if I need this with me, but I'll just put it somewhere kind of safe. Hey, Josh, with the rise in popularity of AI text generation and image generation, what do you think about it? Is it something you would consider messing around with for a stream or even a video? Maybe, but like text is really difficult to make interesting. I think the content can be really interesting, but I think it's limiting. As a technology, I think it's really fascinating and a little scary.
I got the goods if you got the...
I think a lot of people have been messing around with the GPT chat thing recently, which is basically like an AI where you can ask it questions, and it's really good at taking complex ideas and breaking it down into something that's much more easy in a conversational way. And so I've asked it like all kinds of random questions. Like I have asked it like, is Microsoft too big to fail? And it gives me an answer like, it is difficult to determine if any company is too big to fail. Here's the potential downsides that they could be facing. Here's the kinds of pivoting that they've done in the past. Like, it gives you a good overview in that. And then I've been like, is it better for your immune system to expose it constantly? Or is that not true? And it like gives you the what it knows about this stuff. It's really cool. I thought it was a really cool thing for just like random factoids. And also, there's been times where I was like, draft me a letter, draft me an opening statement for a cover letter for this kind of person that has this body of work and is passionate about these things. And then it generates like a basic cover letter. And I'm like, one of the main thoughts I had on seeing this is like, I'm just glad I'm not in school anymore. Because God, I'm glad I did school before this was a thing, because man, what a weird place to navigate after that. So I thought it was really interesting. And I also, one of the other things that was wild is just because I wanted to see what it would do, I was like, AI thingy, draft for me a will and trust for someone who plans to give 50% of their assets to their wife and 50% assets to X relative. I want this person to be the executor and they live in this state. And it'll just generate that for you. You have to fill in some blanks yourself, but like, and you obviously still need to get it like checked by a lawyer and stuff, but it's like, holy shit, that's like a great place to start. Yeah, and one time I was like, give me 176 different names for the color blue. And it sat there and generated almost 176. I think it has like a character limit before it'll like stop generating text. But yeah, it's OpenAI's project called ChatGPT. But yeah, so I've asked it any number of questions about this stuff. And like, I've gone pretty outlandish, and I've asked it stuff like, and I posted this one on Twitter where I'm like, how do I write a letter convincing my wife that she would look better with a reverse mohawk? And like, it has like moral focuses where it's like, you shouldn't say things to people that are degrading or mean. And so like, what was really wild to me is I did one version. I should see if I can find this. Hold on. I think I know where it is. Because there's one, oh no, it's already gone. I deleted it. But there was one question I basically asked it where I was like, please draft a letter for me to my wife explaining that I think it is an even trade if I go see The Time Traveler's Wife in the movie theater, a movie she knows I hate, in exchange for sleeping with her hot friend Stacy. That was the prompt I basically gave it. And it wrote a fairly good communicative letter that just broke down like, this is why I think this is an even trade. On one hand, I would rather watch paint dry than see The Time Traveler's Wife, but I'm willing to do this, and I think it is an even trade for an exciting sexual experience with your very attractive friend Stacy. And it's just, I was like, I read it to my wife, and she was like, holy shit, this thing communicates better than we do, better than couples do. I don't have a problem with The Time Traveler's Wife, by the way. I was just, all this stuff just comes off the top of my head, and I start just writing it. If you just search for OpenGPT, you'll find it. It's by OpenAI. Does Stacy have a mom? Yo, if Stacy does, then I'm sure she's got it going on. Okay, so let's make this soup. Let me get my flying hat, and then I'll go steal more things. Craftburner, you have a question. Tell me. Hit me with it. Hit me with your question. I've never made soup before in this game, so we'll see how this goes. Hey Josh, I watched your Twitch stream and just had I don't know why this is so hard for me. Sorry, let me try that again. Had to write to say that you're the funniest streamer I've ever seen. Your jokes and sketches had me laughing the whole time, and I'm looking forward to seeing your next streams. Keep it up and best of luck. Best regards. Oh. I get it. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You generated a thank you. You had me going, and the AI made me feel really good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. I will draft a response right now.
13.
Let me go to OpenGPT real quick here. Let me it's often like it often has been reporting back like, hey, it's a little overblown right now. Because so many people are trying to use it. Oh, it looks like they have Cloudflare now on it. Just give me 1 second. We're experiencing exceptionally high demand. Please hang tight. Okay. Okay, so I'll have to wait on that one. But I can understand because it's like you've had those times, right, where you've been like, I want to just ask Google the question straight up. I just want it to give me the answer, and I just want to ask it as a conversational question. And now you can, and it gives you a very good conversational answer. And as someone pointed out, you can also ask it to write code for you. So I've asked it to write me basic HTML. I'll be like, please generate something that puts text in the very center of the screen, horizontally and vertically. Make the text this size. I want to have these elements in it. Please generate code that I can copy and paste straight onto a home page. I'm bored now. Bye. Goodbye forever. I can't wait for you to be at your next social gathering and everyone else is having a great time at the party and you announce to nobody, I'm bored now. Bye. And everyone looks at you like, who the fuck is this moron? What the fuck? Hi, board. I'm Max. That was a better thing. I shouldn't have roasted that person. That's something that I actually kind of thought about when God damn it. I need the palette, but I'm not good enough. This is something I thought about when I was answering questions and getting to know daughter when she was asking me questions. I was like, I should roast people probably less on my stream because don't say it if you are. But there's a lot of like people of all ages that watch my content, and if they come in here and they say something kind of dumb because they're young, and then I just roast the shit out of them, it's probably a net negative overall. The fuck was I looking for again? Wrong way. I just needed the palette. That's all I needed. Gotta learn young. Okay, when Ketro says it, I now believe this is the right course of action. Their fault for being young. Yeah. You learn one way or another. Either some random guy you look up to roasts you on the internet, or your parents leave, or both. Take your pick.
I got the goods if you got the
All right, we'll take this
Geo so
pot.
strong and so brave. Geo so strong and so brave. Geo so strong and so brave.
Royalty-free music over Hydroneer soundtrack. This is why your YouTube channel only has 3 subs, Josh. Look, the Hydroneer music is very nice, but I've heard too much. I've seen too much. I want to hear my generic bullshit instead of your handcrafted beauty. Listen, when the day comes that I can just tell an AI, generate for me 9 hours of pulse-pounding, hair-pulling techno that only I will like, that's the day we can all finally live. Is that already a thing? Oh my god. The future is now. Why the hell are tomatoes and carrots magnetic? Why is the insides... Why is insides these things... What is insides these things? And if people are eating them, why aren't the people magnetic as well? Excellent question. There's a song you often use on your videos that I find oddly calming. It's your Johnny Hotbody. Oh, yeah. It's like a kind of a tropical sounding thing that just it drones on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I know the song. It's not where I wanted to place it, but that's gonna have to do. Okay, so to make soup, I don't know how, but I'm going to assume we put the pot on the thing. And, yep, okay. And I'm assuming now we put water in the pot. And for that, where's my here you go. I think there's still water in this. So we'll just use. There we go. There. Let's see. Is this gonna make it? Good. Add water to the pot first. This old version has a broken thingy. So did I already fuck it, Max? Or you mean that before the carrots? Okay. Thank you for the guidance. Okay, now we're gonna take this thing and we're gonna chop it straight on the dirt. Mmm. Juicy dirt tomatoes. There you go. Oh. Oh.
Is that Hydroneer? Are you playing Hydroneer? What version is it? Is it really Hydroneer? When you started playing Hydroneer? How your day on Hydroneer? Where do you get Hydroneer? Where do you find Hydroneer? Is Hydroneer fun? How's it enjoys you to play Hydroneer? Is that really Hydroneer? Are you sure? Where I can get one of Hydroneer? Do you actually play Hydroneer?
Where can I get some of that Hydroneer?
Hydroneer? Where Hydroneer came from? Do you love Hydroneer? How does Hydroneer love you?
Granny, thank you for that. I will answer all those questions with a question. Why is Hydroneer? All right, let's go take this to the villager. Well, actually, hold on. Before we do that, let's go throw it into the ocean. We can't give him something that's nice. We need to make it gross
Getting riled
first.
up at comments reminded me that I beat Jack of Best Bits at an hour 220 and wanted to say this was for doing the lip dirty with all the you clips.
I'm getting riled up at comments reminded me that I beat Jack of Best Bits at an
Kiki is trying to eat my food again. Please tell her to stop.
Kiki, stop your bullshit right now. Cease and desist. I don't know if you're a person or a cat or a dog or some other pet, but you stop that right now. Yeah.
Yo dog, we heard you liked Hydroneer, so we put some hydro in your near so you can Hydroneer while you roast nerds.
I have a Kiki and that message confused me. Wait a minute. You mean you have an animal named Kiki, or is Kiki something that I just don't know what it is? Help me. Help me to understand. Yeah, my cat. Okay, I got you. I got you. Max, don't you worry. I know you're hungry, and I know you're all skin and bones, Max. I know you got to eat. Max, are you a vegetarian? For some reason in my mind, I assume you're a vegetarian. You a vegetarian? You a vegetarian, Max? I can't wait for Josh to walk all the way over there to realize the soup is too small, then walk all the way back. Your attitude is what? Wait, but I put the... You're not a vegetarian? Well, then why do you look like such a pussy? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm 100% kidding all around to all things from that statement. Even though... No, come back, Max, Max, come back. Here, look, I got this guy some soup. Oh, I didn't weigh it. Hold on. What are you talking about? What the fuck? You can't taste it and throw it down. What a piece of shit. Fuck you. That's not right. Hold on. Well, to me, the quest is done. All right, Max, you ready? We're going to switch over to showing what I've been working on. You're going to be so disappointed at this point, too.
I got the goods if you got the cash.
Okay, let's save this and go back to the main menu. Not enough tomato. What a piece of shit. I mean, I didn't spice it or anything, so I kind of get where he's coming
that's
from.
Not right.
Okay. I don't know why I called my game Life. But it's gonna take a while to load. They always do. For the love of God, please move to the latest version on the public test branch. Why? I need continuity of versioning. Okay? I need to start on the same one that I finish on unless there's an actual game-breaking bug. I will stay on this one until the day I die. What do you think of that, huh? We're still waiting for it to load. Ignore the fact you can see conveyor belts all over the place. That's not what we're here for. Anger management, thanks for the 500 bits. Zizix, thanks for the 100 bits. Would you want to do a video where you ask ChatGPT to generate a script for an LGIO video and then follow the script? I actually have a game dev friend who is working on a game where he asked the AI, how can I make a game of this genre at this time period with these things? And it generated like basically a developer plan for like the ways to make that game, and it was like almost spot on to all the things he was already planning. Pretty wild. Beasleby, thanks for the 300 bits. Mozioso, thanks for the 10 bits. Sekiro, thank you for the resub. Kiki, stop, please. Captain Ben, thank you for the three. Oh, that's right. I was reading this one. You getting riled up at not your comments. At comments reminded me that I beat Jack of Best Bits. Oh, we're here. At an Overwatch 2 tourney and wanted to say this was for doing Lollip dirty with all the uwu clips. Yeah, you take that. Okay. I'm convinced plagiarism is going to be insane. Is it really plagiarism at that point? It's more like just uninteresting, probably informative writing. Okay. So I'm just going to show you briefly what I've been working on. So you know it's a Let's Game It Out video. This is a spoiler for my video. So I'm going to turn around and I'll show you, right? So I've been working on putting these fucking little things for planting on literally every piece of ground you can. Hold on, let me get my thing here. Channel moderation settings don't even let me rebuttal your insult. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I don't know if this feels all that impressive, right? All I did is go around and make these little holes everywhere. But do you want to know how long I've been doing this? Do you know how long I've been sitting here and making these fucking holes on every single piece of land you can here? This is like 15 hours of work, and I'm not even done. I've been sitting... I'll say this in the video, too. I watched 2 seasons of television and a movie doing this. I sat here and watched, like, an entire season of Fear the Walking Dead just doing this. Just with it on my second monitor, just like... And like, I've calculated it out. I can put down 40 to, like 50 to 60 of these a minute, right? So I calculated it out. There's got to be like over 50,000 holes here. Let's Game It Out belongs on a list of suspected serial killers. So I haven't even gotten to do the punchline part of this. All I've been doing is going around staring at the ground. Just trying to get him as close as possible. And sometimes it doesn't want to because I'm trying to shove them in too small of an area. Yep, just this. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie Stowaway and you like slow-paced cerebral space movies, you might enjoy it. I did. That's the movie I watched. Okay, but what movie did you watch? That's it. That's the one, Beasleby. Stowaway. Watched it on my second monitor and felt even more out of it than I already did while sitting here and just doing these holes forever and ever and ever. I think this should be the next 18 hours. I really thought about just only doing the... Okay, so first of all, I recorded me doing all of this because I wanted to make sure I had footage of me doing this so I could calculate out how long I'd been doing it. That was the only way I could think to do it, was just record the entire time I was doing this. But like, just slowly going more and more insane. Just the longer I sat here and just did this forever and ever. But it did allow me to calculate out how many holes are here for the most part. This is triggering my trypophobia. Yeah, I get that that's probably a thing, but whatever. Soon there's going to be plants in here. I haven't even gotten to the plants part. And also, Max, you'll appreciate this too. I did almost all of this without restarting the game even once. In fact, the only reason I had to restart my computer is because my power backup, like my you know, your universal power backup thing, your battery backup thing. It went off because there was a power surge in my place, apparently, and it wouldn't shut up until I shut down my computer and restarted the thing. But I did the entire video I'd been working on up to this point without restarting the game over the course of like 4 days. And eventually I had to finally restart it. And wouldn't you know, it makes the frame rate better if you restart the game occasionally. How long did you originally think this was going to take? I thought it would take like a day. I thought it was going to be my whole Saturday, and that was it. I didn't realize it was going to be my whole Saturday, my whole Sunday. And then after I'm done with stream, it's going to be another probably 4 hours or so to finish this up. As stupid as that sounds, that's probably what I'm going to have to do. That's the sense I get anyway. You got to hand it to Let's Game It Out's dedication. He could have asked me to make a tool to do this in about 2 seconds, but he didn't. I probably wouldn't give it to him either because fuck. I actually really don't want to ever ask for special treatment on things. Like, either I need to find a
Josh,
tool
I
that
think
exists.
Some people, yourself included, might ask why are you like this? But that doesn't interest me. I want to know why more people aren't like this. I know some people who could make this study happen if you're interested.
You know, I was talking to my wife about this the other day, because we concluded that I've always been like this, where it's just always been like poking and prodding and testing. It's just, it went from the real world into the gaming world, where it's probably far better of a place to do that than... Don't forget to use a cropper to plant seeds. What? Why? Why would I waste my time? It's probably actually faster to go by hand and plant them with like an auto clicker than it would be to drive that vehicle around. I don't think that vehicle is going to have an easy time on all of this. Are we not going to talk about how LJIO paid us $20,000 to put an Easter egg in? Shh. Be quiet. Shh, 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 shh. I need this. I need this. Max, I need this. Max, I need this. Max. 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 Shh, 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 shh. How close were you to fork in outlet as a kid? So I never did the fork in the outlet, and I think it's probably because I had a desk lamp that I took the bulb out of it and put my finger in the socket and shocked myself. And I think that was enough to convince me that I should not do that again. I also, when my dad brought home a Nintendo Entertainment System, one day I had a pair of scissors, and I just snipped the AC power adapter's wire. I still remember to this day, I was like 6, and I snipped it, and I watched the little spark go Then that was the end of that. Why? I don't know, I was 6. Don't leave me alone with scissors. What do you want from me? What did I miss here? Cadus? Oh my god, I did that with my mom's sewing machine at age 3. Yeah, look, don't give us tools to experiment with the world if you don't want us to fuck around and find out, right? At 6, you should have been okay? What do you mean? From what? I mean, yeah, I think I probably knew that I shouldn't do that.
Don't let these holes distract you from the fact that Josh broke a fuel rod kiosk, then stole a debit card, then bought out an entire Best Buy kiosk with it.
I didn't steal the credit card. I turned it in. Someone else probably stole it. You want to know what else I did? Okay, I'm not trying to sound all altruistic and shit. But something happened at an ATM that I thought never actually happened, and it happened to me, which is I walked up to the ATM to use my ATM card to pull money out, and there was literally money sitting in the slot. There was money and a receipt. It was like $40. It wasn't much. But like, basically, all I can assume that happened is someone went up to the machine, because in America anyway, the way ATMs usually work is you walk up to it, you take your debit card, you put it in, you put in your PIN, you tell it the money you want, it hands you your debit card back, and then spits out the money and the receipt. That's usually how it works. So all I can assume is this person just wasn't paying attention. They took their debit card back and just walked away. And so I walked up to this ATM, and there was just money sticking out of it. Do you know what I did? I took that shit into the bank with the receipt and said, I found this in the ATM. It must belong to this person because here's the receipt with it. Because at no point do I need money that bad. And also, let's be honest, even if I was a shitty, dishonest person, there's cameras everywhere. So you watch out for that if you want to be completely morally bankrupt. But even still, you should just take that money to the bank. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live, but all I'm saying is pick your battles when you want to do unethical stuff. But also, just fucking...
But before you took it to the bank, you spent 16 hours making that ATM spit out chocolate coins by the millions for the next person, right?
Yeah, I also drew dicks all over the receipt. And said, I'm an idiot that left my money in the ATM. How long have I been doing this? Well, on stream, not very long. I've been doing this for, I don't know, like 5 minutes. Or has it been like hours and I just already forgot? But isn't this what you want? My wife has trypophobia. She wouldn't like this stream. Well, but it's, why?
Yeah, but all your crimes won't stop the fact that these nuts.
Oh, shit, you got me, Slam and Bang Jones. You showed me. Like, this is one of those things where I was like, this can't possibly take that long, right? To do all of these things. And yet somehow I look up, I'm like, I'm making good progress. Nope, still got all this shit to do, and it's taking forever. I did all the ground first, and then I did this little mound right here, starting from about here all the way to about here. I'm talking about where my little blue dot is. And from this point, doing all of this hill stuff over to the other side, last night took me 4 hours. It took 4
I am a dwarf
hours.
and I am digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I am digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole.
I knew it was coming. I knew someone was going to do it. Riveting content, I know, right? What does this accomplish? I'm giving you the content you want, that's what. You should post the raw video of digging. I would 100% watch the whole thing in one sitting. No, you wouldn't. I promise you, you wouldn't. You like to think you would, but you wouldn't. But a sped up version, I'll think about. Because I have captured all the footage of me doing this because I'm a psychopath. You don't know me? You're right, I don't. I don't. But can you imagine? Actually, maybe I would do okay. I don't know. It's a great question. Yeah, you're watching right now, but that's also because... Josh, does your wife ever get in chat? She doesn't have a Twitch account. She occasionally does hop into chat, but it's rare.
Josh, I've watched 20-hour speedruns. Try me.
You know what I found out, speaking of that? I'm not going to say the game, because I don't know if he would want me to. But I have a brother, first of all, and I was chatting with him recently. And I found out that not only does he speedrun, and I didn't know this, but he has a world record in a game. And he, like, sent me a video, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome! And, like, I secretly want him to like, submit it. I mean, I'm not gonna ever pressure anyone to do something like this, but I was like, oh man, that'd be so sick if he, like, submitted it to GDQ. I was like, yo, if you need someone to commentate, I will definitely sit on your couch. On your casting couch. With my brother on the casting couch. And that's why this stream is 18 plus. I've couched at GDQ. It is a lot of fun. Yeah, it sounds fun. I mean, I think it would be great. The game he plays, I actually know. And it's also kind of an obscure game, so I could probably make shit up and no one would know anyway. So that feels good, right? So he's over there fucking speedrunning, and I'm over here doing this. This is what I learned this weekend. I was sitting here making fucking trypophobia holes. Is it trypophobia or tryptophobia? Would you want to go on Guest Grumps? Yeah, I would totally do that. Love those guys. Or I used to love them. I haven't been
many more holes until Josh breaks reality.
I haven't watched a lot of Game Grumps anymore, just because, like, you run out of time at a point. But I mean, I've watched it a little recently. It was actually I lied. When I was doing this, I did watch an episode of Game Grumps. Now that I remember, they played Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I was like, I remember playing that game when I was still in college. And then I felt slightly incensed that they didn't know all the Buffy lore that's rolling around in my head still. When he's like, who's that? I'm like, that's obviously Spike, Aaron. God. How do you not know that that's Willow? No, you have to kill vampires by stabbing them with a stake. Nothing else will do.
Trying to make a mountain out of molehills.
What did I go to college for? I have a filmmaking degree, of all things. Or I guess it's technically cinema. Wow, throwing shade at Aaron, classy. It was one of those things where he's like, and he talked over all the dialogue, and I was like, I don't blame you. Why would you give a shit about Buffy the Vampire Slayer now? Cinematography, no, it was just a general film degree. But I did get to make a couple of short films on 16mm, which was really exciting because no one works with film anymore. And it was a really vital thing to have because the field I ended up going into was script supervising. And one of the things that a script supervisor traditionally does... Now, the camera department is going to do this anyway, so they don't really need you to do it, but it's good for you to do it so you can communicate it to the director or as a backup. which is as they're filming takes of like a scene in a movie, if you're using actual film, you're going to run out of film at a point, right? So there's like calculations you do to know how much film you still have in the reel. And so as a script supervisor, I time all the takes. And so I have a general idea of how long they would need to go. And so I can let people know, like, we're not going to have enough film to do a full take after I do my calculations on it. Cool story, right? Why are you putting warts on a hill? This is where plants are going to grow one day. I love Game Grumps unless they play a game I absolutely love. Then I can get angry at them for not understanding what's going on, but that's rare. Yeah, I feel like, Ashlyn, I feel like it's such a meme, right? That people are like, Aaron doesn't pay attention to the game and then yells at it. And I'm like, I kind of get it, but having done kind of a setup like what they do with Anthony, it's like, it's so easy to just lose track of the game when you're trying to chat, which is why I'm really enjoying just making pockmarks in the ground forever. Josh, I always had this question. Do you play in stream and then make the YouTube videos with the do you play in stream?
Would you ever go back to being a script supervisor or working in film in general?
Probably not, because script supervising is highly, highly stressful, and doesn't pay great. So I probably would not. Like, I think when I worked in film, okay, so this was non-union. When you get into union, it can pay a little bit better. And if you get into like major motion pictures, it will pay better. But, you know, my first narrative full-length movie I worked on, they were actually going to go without a script supervisor. And the only reason I say that is because like they were a micro budget film. I think I made $38 a day on that one. But I think my standard amount I came to expect as a script supervisor was between 100 and 200 a day. And so if you get that 200 one, pretty fucking good money at the end of the day. If you're working on, especially if you work on like a multi-month project, it's great to know you're locked into a rate and that you're going to have that much work. But then you got all those other ones where it's like, oh, okay, I'll accept 90 a day because I don't have anything else going on. But it also hurts because it's such a high stress job. I mean, it wasn't high stress to me because at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, it's a lot easier to be less stressed when it's not your movie. I realize that sounds terrible, but it's like, you know, if I fucked up on something continuity-wise, it feels really bad, but also, they're probably not gonna know until I'm already gone. Okay, time for Grandma to go eat. Thank you for the laughs and talk of your defecation. Thank you, Grandma Max, for you and your amazing team making this game, and also allowing me to be the serial killer I've always wanted to be. Very much appreciate that. But like, I think film is a really, really fun place to work. I do miss working in film because the environment is just very kinetic. When you're around so many people, I think it's one of the few things that, and I definitely missed this after I left film because then I went into like more office job type stuff. But like when you're working in film, generally you're working with people that are all professionals. They're fully autonomous. They know what they're doing. And like, especially as a script supervisor, like no one really questions you unless you majorly fuck up. But like, no one really has a huge grasp of what you do. And you're kind of a department of one. So you just kind of wander around and do whatever. I mean, related to your job. But it feels really good to just be in an environment where you don't worry about what other people are doing. But I feel like the moment you get to an office setting, like every other person is a fucking moron. You know what anyone who's worked in an office knows what I'm talking about. It's like, to a certain extent, it's like, I think it's fairly rare when you get put on a team in an office where you're like, man, we're all firing on all cylinders. We can legitimately all trust each other. Everybody, like, it's all working. Everything is like clicking. That happens so fucking rarely, I'm convinced. That like, there's always going to be someone that screws this up. This is really mean, but I'm going to pick on this one person I remember because this one thing drove me fucking crazy. But every year, this person called out sick. And if they were doing this as an excuse, fine. But they called out sick every time the clocks changed forward or back. Like for daylight savings time into standard time. They would call in sick because they said they were too disoriented. What the fuck? I'm sorry if there's someone in chat that feels this way and legitimately believes it. But when I hear that, I'm like, are you fucking serious? Get your ass to the office. Are you, what? You can't even work from home? You're too disoriented? What? Sounds like a grade A loser. It drove me fucking crazy every time. I was so incensed every time I got there. It's like, hey, where's so-and-so? And it's like, oh, they're taking a sick
Stream
day.
summary so far. Hold 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 hold.
Fine work we're doing here, right? Doesn't it feel like we've been doing this for 8 bajillion years, and then it feels like we basically haven't done anything? DST can cause heart attack. Okay, look. I'm not gonna get a fight about this. All I'm saying, I'm not discounting the idea that altering people's sleep cycles or like, okay.
I lost count. Can you start over?
This is probably gonna be incendiary to somebody. I remember reading one time someone saying that when the street lamps outside get replaced with blue lighting, it's causing people to have cancer. And now I'm not saying that that's not possible or not true. All I'm saying is come into the fucking office. That's all I'm saying is when you can't let that stop you from fucking doing your job. That's all I'm goddamn saying. That's all I'm saying. Get cancer on your own time. How much Adderall are you on? Excuse me? How do you feel about protected time off? Hold on. I need to make sure I understand the concept. Protected time off. Oh, I think people should have unlimited time off, by the way. Hold on. What is protected time off? You mean PTO? Paid time off? Yeah, of course there should be paid time off. I'm not saying work your ass to the bone. All I'm saying is if you're expected to work and your excuse is you're too disoriented from daylight savings time, at the very least, it's a fucking office job. Just work from home. I wouldn't be pissed about... and again, by the way, I'm not... Like, office jobs blow. I realize this. I'm not trying... Valid take from LGIO, who works harder at the dumbest shit imaginable than I do at my job. It's crazy how I have 3 weeks vacation and it still doesn't feel like enough. Yo, I'm not saying, like, I am all for using every possible excuse to fuck around as much as possible. I really am. What does this person do if they get jet lagged? I mean, I've had times where I've been jet lagged from like flying from a far distance, and I've gone to the office and been like, oh god, I'm like actually kind of dizzy. I was not expecting this. I get it. All I'm saying is just fucking work from home. I've been sick as hell and still work from home. I realize this is like somehow turned into a hot take to just do your fucking job. I'm just saying. Okay, at the very least, take all the time off you want. Just make sure it's fucking covered. Flee the country for like 6 months for all I care. Go on paternity or maternity leave for the next like 18 years. Just make sure it's covered. I worked with a guy who decided that he wanted to hike the Pacific Crest Trail, which is long. Like that's like a multi-month thing. And so he like essentially had to go on like sabbatical for that. Awesome. Do it. Absolutely do it. Don't let a place like don't let a place like whittle you down to the bone. Like do stuff that makes you happy. Just make sure it's covered. There's other people that have to struggle too. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna call in sick on the same 2 days every year, it should be absolutely trivial to get it covered. That's all I'm saying. Just get it covered. Yeah, I would quit my job to hike the PCT. Yeah, I mean, when I found out he was doing that, when he was going on like he came back like a different person. Like he came back thinner, buffer, had a girlfriend. I realize that sounds like a weird place to take it. It was just all these things I wasn't expecting when this dude came back. But like he had a basically short of a spiritual experience doing this. Like it changed his outlook on life. It sounded amazing in every possible way. Highly supportive of things like that. All I'm saying is, if he had been like, I'm calling in sick, bye, with no plan, it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Other people have to fucking work here too. I want to quit my job so I can go hike around Japan. Wouldn't that be so fucking awesome if we could all
I'm
do
tired
that?
of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad.
Did he stay at that job after the hike? He did come back, and I think he worked there another 8 months, and then because he was like a very good software engineer, he got poached by like a bigger company. So he went and worked somewhere else. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Sorry, I realize that, yeah, people need a break from the day-to-day. Yeah, and I'm all fucking for that too. God, you see how long that autosave was? To be clear, I'm not saying like shut up and just do your job. I mean, there is a point, right, where if you're at your job, it's just like, all right, I just gotta get through this shit. No one wants to do this shit, but I'm already here and I gotta just do my thing. And if I didn't want to do this, I gotta find a way to become okay with it, or I gotta like, you know, I gotta do something to make my life a little more happy. Like, I'm always going to be on that side of like take care of your mental health first, because I mean, like, I've definitely been at jobs that are like either you're not getting paid enough, or, and I'm not bragging when I say this, but like I think a lot of times we've had jobs where we're like, wow, this job, I can't say no to this job because I know it pays well. And so you end up in this position where you're doing something that you really don't like, but the money is too good to say no. But there's also no exit plan in mind, and that can suck too, where you're just like, oh, golden handcuffs. Have you ever had a past with drugs? No. No, I have not. This is a preview of something he's doing for a YouTube. Yeah, so this is part of a YouTube video I'm doing, but I'm
My Norwegian partner has a coworker that took 8 months paid sick leave because they got type 2 diabetes and she was traumatized.
Yo, and I will also say, if like I bitch about my coworker at the time that took paid time off to go because he was too disoriented from daylight savings time, and as irritated as that made me, mostly it made me irritated because I had to directly work with him and I needed things, and now I couldn't get shit done because he, like, out of nowhere took time off. That's really what annoyed me. But also, hey, he got away with it. Like, it's hard to get mad at that. Like, the company let him. So it's like, how really mad can you be? Like, the place where I should be getting mad when I stop and think about it now is it's like, I should just be pissed that I didn't think of it first. Realistically, it sounds like not getting the heads up was yeah, it was more just like, but you had things that needed doing and now I have no idea how to track them. But like, so if anyone was able to get like paid time off, like I have one, I mean, I also think it's really shitty when there's a company that offers like unlimited paid time off and then someone uses it and then gets in trouble for it, or coworkers get mad at them. It's like, well, but they offer that. Like, they should, why are you mad at them because they did it? Or like, I've been at jobs where like I used to come in at like, I hated people at this job. So I would like come in, everyone would normally come in at like 10 a.m., 10 to 11 a.m. And I would come in at like 7 a.m. so that I could actually get shit done, because it was an open office setup and it's just, there's so many distractions and people trying to talk to you that I would show up early and leave early so that I could actually get shit done. And for a while, people were really confused why I was leaving at like 3 in the afternoon. But it's like, because I got more done and now I want to leave and have the rest of my day. I sacrificed getting up at like 5 a.m. to make this happen. Mind your business. And yes, open offices are the worst. From what I heard, unlimited PTO is some sort of workaround for not paying you vacation when you quit or get fired. I assume that's why they discourage people from... Interesting, because I have been laid off before, where they obviously, when they laid me off, they had to pay out my vacation time, of which I had a shitload because I never took vacations. But interesting, I guess if you do quit, that does save them some money. What are you doing right now? Okay, so this is, I'm actually working on, you know, in my YouTube videos, how they have that, I have those parts where it's like, hold please, and then it's like blah blah hours later. This is the blah blah hours later part where I'm doing this. This is for a video. It's one of the rare times I'm actually pre-showing stuff for a video, but I just so desperately wanted to get this done that I wanted to do some of it on stream, because I literally spent my entire weekend, because I was supposed to stream on Saturday, but then I got sick, like too sick. I'm still sick now. But like, you know, by about like 3 a.m. last night, I was losing my mind because I was still doing this after like 15 hours of, like, split over 2 days, but 15 hours of doing this. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just do this on stream. Why not? We'll just do a little more on stream while we hang out and talk. I thought for sure you just paid someone for the many hours later work. Nope. I have no help. I could probably ask for help, but no, I do it all myself. There's a certain pride I take in doing all this shit myself. You said you've recorded all the digging, but are you recording it right now? I am recording it right now. So I can add that to the calculation. I've been watching your videos for a while, and I honestly thought you got help or used cheats. Now, to be clear, if I could automate this, I probably would. But I can't find a way to reasonably automate how close together I want these holes to be. Because I want to jam-pack as many of these as I can into this landscape before I start planting. Here's what they'll eventually look like. Here's the fun part, though. I mean, we won't be able to see this on stream. You'll have to wait for the video. I myself have not tested planting yet, besides this little group right here. So, like, I myself have no idea what this is going to look like once I plant everything. Does an auto-clicker not work? So I can auto-click, but I still have to aim and, like, put these down one at a time. So I tried a little bit of auto-clicking, but it's not any faster than me just clicking the button, because I still have to line up where the hole is going to be. How will they be watered? So I have one sprinkler system up here that I was just using as a test. And I'm sure you can see where that's going to go next, but I haven't even made that part yet. This is also like the middle of the video. Usually my videos are in like generally like 3 parts. And this is just part 2 of the 3-part video. By that I mean like the structure of how I put the video together. Water needs to be closer. It does not, sir. I already tested that. Thank you. 3 acts. Thank you. Yeah. Water isn't real. I know. Don't spoil too much. I mean, yeah, so this is... I feel comfortable talking about this one because realistically, it's going to take like... like, this part of the video isn't even probably even going to be that long. Plus, like, me just doing all this stuff, like, you know, you're not going to see any of it in the video. It's just going to be done. How are you going to make that sprinkle? Are you going to make another hive? I can't remember what a hive looks like. But, I mean, yeah, there will be a sprinkler component. You never know. How many mice do you go through in a video? I was actually...
Spot. Right over there. No, not there. A little to the left. Too far left.
Shit. I don't see it. What movie did you help with? I worked on a bunch of, like, bullshit, like, micro-budget, local... indie films, that kind of stuff. You basically have to, when you work in film, at least the way I did it, is you have to work on like bullshit non-union productions until you like have enough hours to like apply to the union, and then you can start doing union gigs, and then that's where you start to like get to the studio films. So I've worked on some stuff that is like semi-studio-ish, and I've worked on a lot of different genres. Like, I think, let's see, I've done like a horror movie for sure. I've done sci-fi, done comedy, done just standard, good old-fashioned drama. Many drama ones. Mrs. Doubtfire, obviously. I mean, I know I was like 10 when it came out, or 8 when it came out, but yeah, I worked on that one too. What made you want to work in the film field? I just wanted to do it since I was in like high school. So when I was like 14 or 15. Back in the day, my mom, I showed an interest in like wanting to do stuff with like our home camcorder thing. Cause this was pre like smartphones. So there wasn't, you couldn't just film anything all the time. You had to have like a camcorder. But even once you had that, there wasn't like editing software. And so it started with me just having 2 VCRs, and one had like a blank tape in it. And then you would play the footage on the other one and record just that piece. And then you would, you know, hit pause on the recording. And then you would take your other VCR that's playing the footage, and you would go find the other part you need, and you would just record that part that you're looking for. So you would do it all by hand that way. And then I remember iOmega, the company iOmega, came out with like a semi-home capture card that was called the iOmega... trying to remember what it was called, because iOmega made the zip drive, if you remember that, which was a 100 megabyte floppy. But they also made other products called, like, I think, like the Jazz, that was like a tape backup thing. And then there was I still have an iOmega Jazz somewhere. Was it the Buzz? That sounds about right. iOmega Buzz. But yeah, it was like a capture card, and all I remember is, like, my mom gave it to me for Christmas. I plugged it into my computer, and I just for the life of me could not get it to work, because computers were a little different back then, and I did not have the troubleshooting knowledge to make this happen. And I remember, like, it just sat there, and I wasn't able to use it, because what it would have done as a capture card is allowed me to take my, like, camcorder footage, and, you know, like, the way you would watch your camcorder footage back then is it came with, like, the little cable with, like, the red, yellow, and white wires, RCA wires. You plug that in, like, your VCR, and you could play it back. And so this, hold on. Maybe I can just find this thing. Hold on. iOmega Buzz. Yep, there it is. The iOmega Buzz. Awesome. Wonderful picture, Amazon. Thank you for that. Awesome. Just show me a picture. Jesus Christ. There you are. In stock today. Okay, so it's got like they call that like a breakout box. And you would plug in your camcorder stuff into this, and it would capture to your beautiful, see, there's a camcorder right there. And you just play the footage back, and then you could capture it while it's playing. That's how these things used to work. And I couldn't get it to work. And then one day, I was like on Christmas break. I was in like high school at the time. And my mom had gotten it working, because my mom was like into tech stuff. And so she like built all of our computers and like troubleshooted them herself and like created a network in our house way back before like home networking was really a thing. It was a weird trade-off living in this house, because like we had like computers and stuff, and that's where all the money went. But like we had like a dining room table that was like, we still have this dining room table, but it's like, I remember it from when I was like 5. Same dining room table. The only thing we did to spruce it up is we like spray painted it a different color and then like put a piece of glass on top so that it was a little more classy. But also like our dining room chairs were like plastic lawn chairs. It was a weird mix of like high-tech hillbillery. But anyway, so she got it working. And so I was like, oh, cool. So I was able to like capture footage on it. Now I had digital footage, and I could edit using iOmega's like built-in software that was probably like, imagine iMovie if you couldn't do anything. That's pretty much what it was. And so you could basically like make simple edits and like add some titling, and that was it. And so that's how that got started. And then my mom bought a version of Adobe Premiere back in the day, and the way she saved money on that one.
Your mom sounds amazing, and now I feel weird about the doing your mom jokes.
Nah,
sorry,
still
Josh's mom.
She accepts your apology, I'm sure.
What is happening with the trypophobia stream?
I'm digging holes because plants will go in these. These are for plants. We're playing Hydroneer. This is for a video, actually. My next video is going to be Hydroneer. And so I'm trying to cover the entire land in these things so that I can, you know, put little holes in the thing, and then we're gonna plant. But we're not gonna do that's gonna be for the video. This is just a sneak peek, yeah, of what's gonna happen. They're gonna eventually everything's gonna have plants like this. This is just for one such reveal in the video. There's gonna be other stuff too, obviously. But the way my mom saved money on Adobe Premiere is back in the day before there was like subscriptions and stuff. It's like you could go buy the box product for like $500 or whatever. And as a family, we definitely did not have $500. Or you could go on eBay and for like 80 bucks or 50 bucks or even as low as 10 bucks. What do you mean weird about doing your mom jokes? Now I want to do his mom even more. She sounds like a genuinely awesome woman. See, that's what I like to hear. Thank you. She would buy the upgrade version on eBay for like anywhere from 10 to 100 bucks. Get the serial key from that, and then buy an upgrade copy. Like, or no. I know what she did. She bought a previous version of Premiere on eBay for super cheap. And now she had that serial number, and then she would go buy the upgrade version of the latest version for significantly cheaper than buying the full box product. So I think an upgrade version was like $100 versus like 600 or something. So that's how we would have like the latest version of Premiere. And so like through high school, I was able to edit digitally using Premiere. And so I learned how to use Premiere when I was like 15. And keep in mind, this was, when was this? Because I'm old. 83. Yeah, so this was like 98. 99 is probably when I was doing a lot of this stuff. 2000, like around that era. No, I need your mom. Excellent. Excellent. She'll be thrilled. But yeah, so that's, I guess, that's how I sort of got the passion for wanting to become a filmmaker, is because I did all this editing and stuff, and I was like, I want to edit for a living. That'd be super cool. So I went to school for filmmaking and ended up doing script supervising, which is essentially like being an on-set liaison for the editor, because your entire job with continuity, that's what script supervising is you're managing the continuity on a film set between scenes. You want to make sure that everything's going to edit in the end, so you need to make sure that
less than 33,333.
Hey, thanks. You want to make, you were born in 1983, yes. So you want to make sure when you're doing continuity that, like, you know, actors say the same lines at the same time, that they you know, if they're holding an item in their hands, you want to make sure that they keep holding it in the same hand. They're drinking from a glass, you want to make sure that they, hopefully if they're good actors, they won't actually drink the liquid. They'll just pretend to, so that it doesn't have to keep being refilled. But you want to make sure all those little details will be the same, so when you take it into the editing room, there isn't all these like editing problems with wardrobe and lines.
2000 was the year I was born. Damn, you are old.
You know what always blows my mind? Here's an old person take.
2 years. So many stories, so many moments, and you still didn't arrive at your mom's house in Long Drive.
I know, she's probably so upset. Still waiting for me. Brutalist Toast, thank you for that. And also, for Ellen Hoffman, thank you for another 1,000. 2000 was the year I was born. Damn, you're old. So, like, here's my old person take.
Did you guys use the America Online Internet? That used dial-up internet?
Boy, howdy, did we. It was a game changer when internet became an unlimited amount of internet for one monthly cost. Because before that, it was like 10 hours of internet for $20. And then if you went past that, it was even more expensive.
Tell me you intentionally screwed with the editors sometimes and let the scenes have continuity. Like the lead actor had on a red shirt and you let him be in a blue shirt for the next one.
Absolutely not. I would never, ever get hired again. I understand why that sounds funny, but like, that would be like if you went to your job and intentionally didn't do your job. Just straight up. Like, that's why they hired me, because I was good at that stuff.
Chat rooms, also ASL.
What were AOL chat rooms? Also ASL. So, thank you for the bits. I am 18, female. I live in California. I'm hot and waiting for you. But yeah, no, like that, the only way I got jobs was through like good reputation and word of mouth. So if I intentionally butchered something, I would legitimately never get hired again. If I simply fucked up something, that happens. Like, continuity is impossible to get perfect. And a lot of times, if you're working with a director who's like, I mean, most directors are mostly concerned with performance, right? First and foremost. So if the performance is good, they kind of don't care if there's like a minor or potentially major continuity issue, because it won't matter, because people will be so into the performance that the continuity issues won't really matter.
Thank you for telling me who I have to blame when I see the same woman with her hair swapping between down and tied up and back to down, all the while not actually tying her hair up in between those cuts.
Yeah, and to be fair, this shouldn't be just the job of the script supervisor. There's hair and makeup that's on set. There's usually a set dresser and a prop master around too. So they should be watching for these things. And usually there's like a lot of interaction between the script supervisor and these departments. So if they catch it, they usually tell the script supervisor, because the script supervisor sits next to the director most of the time. So they're the person that usually is, it's better to just filter it all through one person. Kind of like you don't want to have every single like wait staff running up to the kitchen and demanding shit. You want to have that one person that delivers the information to, you know, everybody in the kitchen. There is one thing that drove me nuts. This is going to be a little hard to explain, but I worked on a TV show where there was something wrong with... Okay, so one of the other things that for editing that usually is... I do this a lot in my videos too, which is you want to make sure your screen direction is correct. So in other words, if motion is going like it's going to the right, so it starts on the left and moves to the right, you want to continue that motion into the next scene if you can. So let's say a person exits. Let's use an example here. Let's see if I can... Let's say we have this vehicle here, right? And when it leaves, it goes to the right of the frame. It exits frame right. You, when you go into the next scene, it's better for people's eyeballs if it now enters from the left and is still going to the right. Do you know what I mean? So it's always going the same direction. If it goes the other direction, that can be disorienting to the eyes, and people do it all the time if it's the intention. But if you're not trying to do it, it can be really weird on the eyes. It's why the editing in Mad Max Fury Road was so incredible. The focus of action was continuous shot to shot. Yeah, exactly what people are saying in chat. It's called the 180-degree rule, where basically if you're filming on one side of this imaginary line, you don't want to jump to the other side of this line. You want to film always on this side of the line.
Movie messed up and a man was stabbed because prop guy was flirting with a girl on set.
The Punisher movie messed up and a man was stabbed because prop guy was flirting with a girl on set. I don't know anything about that. I mean, it does happen, but there's probably more to that story than just that. But like, it takes an army to fuck up is really what it comes down to a lot of times in film. It can take one person to fuck up, but also like, there's a lot of safety checks in film so that this theoretically shouldn't happen. But so like, I would do a lot of, you know, like screen direction stuff where I'd basically be like, hey, this actor needs to enter from this side of frame for it to cut with this other scene where the actor left the frame a certain way. And it would be my job to remember that stuff for like a scene that we might have filmed like 3 weeks ago. Like, they know that I will know that information. They know that I will have written down actor exited frame right. And so that we know when we finally go to this other scene and film it, that they enter from the same way. So it helps a little bit. And there was one time where there was no choice for these two scenes to connect. The actor was going to be entering the wrong side of frame. And again, this shit isn't the biggest deal. But I wanted to make sure everything worked out. It was like this character like goes through a secret wall that opens up and slides a certain direction, and he enters and does all this stuff. And I figured it out how they could fix this, which is like, okay, follow me on this, right? I need this person to enter from the right, but they're going to be entering from the left. All you have to do to make this work is reverse is take the scene when you're in editing and flip the whole thing. Just mirror it. So it's reversed now, right? But now you have a problem where anything they're holding in their hands is wrong, because now they're holding it in the wrong hands. So what I proposed is when we film it, take the things they're holding, swap hands. Done and done. So they did it. And in this case, this guy was holding a sword and a shield for this particular thing. And he had like some other stuff on his arms. So it's like, just reverse his entire wardrobe. So they did it. They reversed his entire wardrobe. They filmed the scene as normal. And I wrote a note. I wrote tons of notes that said, reverse this in editing, in post. Reverse this shot. Like, flip it. And then everything will work out. There was no text. Yeah, I checked for that too. So I did all of this stuff, right? And they didn't fucking reverse it. Or they didn't flip it. So it looks even more wrong. It's like double wrong now. So I saw it and I was like, you fucks. And they probably, I mean, this isn't their fault, right? But because like, who wants to look through all my notes and shit like that? But like, I watched that and I was like, I bet they edited this. And they're like, what is wrong with this fucking moron? What were they doing on set? Where is his wardrobe's fucked up? He's entering from the wrong side. What a fucking idiot. And I've sat there, I even like recaptured the footage because I was like, am I losing my mind? And like I like reversed it to see how it would look, and I was like, oh, it looks so perfect, and you guys not just flipped it. Hi Josh, sorry if you already mentioned this. Were you working as a script supervisor? Were the films being shot digitally or on film? Some were on film, some were digitally. I worked on, I think, 1 or 2 35mm projects, a lot of 16mm stuff, and most of the rest was digital. Also, I just realized what the fuck you're doing. Hi, Sarah. Do you like what you see? Editors said, fuck, not my responsibility. Surely someone else checked this.
Josh doing some obscure project again, and this time it's making the ground covered in barnacles.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
My dude.
Love the... This is the content you all wanted, right? But yeah, that's the thing that always sticks out in my mind. The best part about script supervising, you're your own boss. People just, unless you royally fuck up, people just trust that you know what you're doing, and no one wants to do your job, so everyone just kind of stays away from it. So no one treads on your shit. There's also only one script supervisor on just about any film set. So like, there's no one else vying for your job. Like you got hired and you're the only one there. Which of course is a double-edged sword, because if you get sick, there's no replacement. You just have to go to work. Chris, thank you for the gift sub to Valor. And I'm sorry, I know people have been hurling stuff at me, and I've just been rambling. So nice, we get to be a part of the 15 hours later. That's exactly what this is. This is going to be in the YouTube video, and we're just doing the part where this is where we do the 15 hours later, and I sit here and lose my fucking mind. And I've already done like 15 hours of this. What about your old person take? Shit, what was my old person take? What the fuck were we talking about? So are all your X hours later accurate? Not all of them. So the rule I generally use in my videos is if I have a way to reasonably accurately figure it out, then I'll put the number in. If I don't know and I couldn't even give a good guess, I'll put like several hours later or many hours later. If I'm smart, usually I'll run a timer. In the case of this one, I've been recording all the footage of me doing this because I wanted to, like, I don't know, make like a fucking
in chocolate donuts.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I wanted to, like, I don't know, I could make like a Twitter clip or a TikTok or some shit, or put this footage in the video. But also, having captured all the video, I can just tally it up by like looking at all the files and seeing how long it ran. Because like I would stop recording when I took breaks and stuff like that. So I have a fairly, yeah, I could do like kind of a time lapse. Although it's basically me looking at the ground like this and doing this forever. Shouldn't you save in case your PC crashes? It auto-saves like every 10 minutes. And if I lose 10 minutes, that's only like 600 holes that I've dug. Do you agree with the stigma of script supervisors? The stigma? Is this a Ligma joke? Is your graphics card on fire when you look at all the holes? I think it's doing okay. I also, I'm not doing it right now, but usually I turn the graphics. Stigma balls, you got me. Wait, no, that wasn't the same person. Well, you still got me. What's the one? Stigma dick in my mouth. I like that it's oh, okay, there we go. When it's stigma balls in your mouth. Nice, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What graphics card are you running right now? It is a 3090, which is the weirdest experience to have an up-to-date graphics card, because up until I started doing content creation, I never, ever had an up-to-date graphics card. But at this point, I kind of have to. Have any of your script supervisor skills come in handy when making YouTube videos? I would say yes. I would say the breadth of experience on filmmaking has helped a lot.
Have you thought about what plant you will plant?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I just wanted to get this part out of the way first, and it's taken
told you
forever.
that I was born in 2000 and that you are old, then you said something about telling us.
Right. Oh, yeah, my old person thing is I always get a little blown away when I meet someone and they're after 2001. They're born in like 2002, and I'm like, man, you were born after the Twin Towers got crashed into. Such a weird thing to think about for someone that was like in college when it happened. Because it's like, if you're alive and thriving at that point, like, that was a pretty major event. And it's like, at this point, I think about when my mom would talk about it. It's like, yeah, I remember where I was when Kennedy got assassinated. Or like, I remember where I was when the Challenger exploded. I realize this is all very American-centric. And I'm sure that every nation has their own version of this I remember where I was type thing. And so it always blows my mind that, like, or there's like, you know, people that were born after 9/11 are out there drinking now. They're of drinking age in America. Wild. Obviously, that's just how time works. But that's my old person thing that I think about. If doing this mundane stuff for videos during stream makes it easier on you, would you consider doing it more in the future? Yeah, I think so. It depends. I also want it to be interesting for people. I mean, the reason I like this, though, is because I can, it's kind of like getting a task done, but also hanging out and chatting. So we can just have a good time together, and that's kind of nice. Plus, we're getting something done. Twiz, thank you for the resub. For Ellen Hoffman, thank you for the other 1,000 bits to remind me as well. I really appreciate all that support. That's awesome. I'm really loving the just chatting approach. Yeah. It's been so much better than the 2 seasons of TV I watched, and then the good but kind of downer of a movie that I watched while doing this the first time. But I have learned that it turns out I like kind of slow-paced, cerebral, downer space movies, which I don't think this is a big spoiler, but like that's what Ad Astra is.
Stream and the first thing I get thrown at me is 9/11 lol.
As you do, right? Sneaky Bear, thank you for the resub. Everlights, thank you for the prime. Jacko Beak, thank you for the prime. Let me go back a little bit here. Derek Anthony, thank you again for the bits. Let's just stare out at this for a second. Oh, Glocko, thank you for the 100 bits. Technofox, thanks for the 300 bits. Jome, Daikin, thank you both for the resubs. Is there any point to these holes? Yeah, this will be in a video. I'm actually doing something for a video here. The Mind Scrambler, thanks for the 300 bits. M15071060. How did you know my social security number? Thank you for the gift sub. Tazanga. Ruby Blake, thank you for the 300 bits. Galarun. Thank you for the 300 bits. Dr. McToddenstein, thank you for the 300 bits as well. Derek Anthony, thank you for another 300. Schneisen? Did I say something bad just now? I want to stick my dick in it. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
I've heard that every hole is a goal, but this is ridiculous.
Have you ever considered adding a sped up version / time lapse of the recording for you doing X hours later screen? Yes, I have. Most of the time, I don't capture the footage, especially because, like, depends on the game, really. But a lot of games I'll capture in 4K, and it's just so much footage and so much hard drive space that I can't afford to.
All good things that happens to you.
Wait, what was that last one? You deserve all good things that happen to you. Thanks, Philip. And also, thanks for Ellen Hoffman. I started drinking when I was 14, but not some weak stuff, only the good stuff. Well, thank goodness for that. Fuck, what was I saying? Also, I'm sick, by the way. So, if I lose track more than normal, that's partially why.
Can you do your best Shia LaBeouf impression for us since you're digging holes?
I feel like I would just yell the do it stuff, and I don't know if I have it in me at this very moment to start screaming. Oh, 4K. That's right. I was talking about 4K, which it's like, for this game, it's not as bad to record in 4K, but like, there's certain games that have like a pretty aggressive film grain that can't be turned off. And if you, like when you're capturing footage that gets compressed, the less individual pixels that move and change, the better, right? So like if you have something like this that's like visually there's a lot that changes, but like even the graphics themselves are like kind of like a little soft and like kind of just mush into each other a little bit. But if you took this whole thing and had a film grain filter on it, it means like almost every pixel is constantly changing enough where compression can't really understand how to compress that size down. And so you end up with these astronomical file sizes. And like my editing drive is like 2 terabytes, but like if I have footage on there of just me digging, like, hang on, hold on. Let me look at the footage I have for this already. And I'll tell you at 1080p, because I'm capturing this game in 4K, but I've been capturing just the diggy stuff in 1080p. Let me take a look here. It's taking me a second to find this, or I have it in several places. One moment. Okay, there it is. So let's see, 70 gigs plus 70 plus 70. So it's taken up 140 gigs of just me digging. And that's a 1080p. But like if it's 4K, it's going to be significantly more than that. And so it's just like, it's too much. And especially like, again, if there's film grain on something, that file size goes up so high. Only 2 terabytes. So my editing drive is an NVMe drive. And so I don't really want to spend like $1 bajillion on that. So I only really need it to be like 2 terabytes, and I just only do one project at a time. But again, if I can't fit all of the data on that one drive, we have a problem. Like if every video is taking up like 5 terabytes, like I can't possibly support having that much data, especially because I back everything up. I'm gonna like run out of backup space too. 4K, 50K bitrate, 240 FPS. Make my computer cry. No, no. Shaku, thank you for the gift sub to wait, what? And also average trash, thanks for the prime. Captain Ben, thanks for the 69 bits. Nice stream. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for the resub. All right, I should switch over to Genshin at some point. But I'm having so much fun just hanging out and digging holes. But we have to do the sponsored segment. It was all for nothing. It's not all for nothing. Look at all the stuff we've gotten done. Yeah, make us have frame rate drop when we watch your videos too. Yeah! At work, we use upscale for our 3D render from 3750 to 5000K. To be fair, they're not that much different besides doing some pixel fucking, but I know YouTube ain't really good with compressing video. You know what kind of the tragic thing is all of this is a lot for nothing, because it's like I capture in 4K, I edit it down on 1080, which is fine. It just means my zooms look way better. But like even if I didn't do that, like audiences on YouTube, me included, we are totally fine with doing those like extreme zooms that look so fucking blurry. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's in my videos too, where you zoom in on something and it looks like garbage. Like it's super blurry because we zoomed in like 1000%. But we don't care. We just let it happen. It's fine.
Laughs and lifting my spirits while I recover from some shitty cold smile.
I feel you. That's how I feel right now. Oh yes, the 16 pixel zoom. Yeah, I have a couple of videos too where I've like gone pretty far with that, and I'm like, hey, look at
this is the content I'll subscribe to.
Hi Josh, big fan. Just wondering, will this frames per second torture turn into an under 3-minute YouTube video? Yes, it will. This is part of a video, but I can't do the reveal in the video until I've finished putting a plant. So this is, I'm digging holes where we're gonna plant stuff, and then stuff's gonna grow from all of these. But I can't. You know how I started this, by the way? You can't really see it. Hold on. So do you see this like mound right here? Initially, I wasn't gonna put holes on this. And similarly, this one I'm working on over here, I wasn't gonna put holes on it. But at a point, I was just like, nope, doesn't look right. Gotta keep going. And that's kind of just how I do videos, which it's like, I'll keep on working on something and I'll take a look back and be like, nope, not far enough. Gotta finish what I started. It looks kind of like a dick. Well, now I know what I need to do while we're here on stream. Where are we? Let's see. So if this, let's see. Maybe I won't do. Yeah, just a chode.
Josh, I made this for you. I spent like 10 minutes. I hope you really like it.
I'm ready. Oh God. Dude, this is a fat beat. That was a fat beat. Anger management, thank you for that. But yeah, so this is what I've been working on for my Hydroneer video. Don't worry, there's plenty of other things. This is just one reveal. Hi Josh, not to be that guy, but I feel the graphics look a little bit loud. Huh? Yo, DJ, play that shit back. Okay, we're gonna switch over to Genshin though, because sponsored stream, and they've been kind enough to let me just sit here in Hydroneer for like 3 hours. So actually,
What
here,
chaos is this today?
I'm gonna have you guys all stare at this while I go use the facilities again. So let's see. God, I love how when you move the trowel, do you see that? Where it's like trying to save on not showing that stuff, but it just can't refresh fast enough. Hey Josh, milk and cereal or eggs and bacon? Eggs and bacon all the way. Oh, I know what I'll do. Okay, gonna use facilities, but we'll also just stare at this guy with his BD energy. There we go. All right, I'll be right back. Get yourself a snack or a drink. Do I have a sponsor for this video coming up? I do not. I talk about my merch, but there's no sponsor. Can you believe it? The dreams are coming true of occasionally non-sponsored videos that aren't about mobile games. Now hold tight while we now talk about a sponsor that's a mobile game, but let me use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Ahoy! It is I. Back again. Nice emotes. I like everything that I see. Anger Management, thank you for the gift sub to Naga Mommy.
3 months already, Josh.
I know. Time flies, doesn't it? Irark. Thank you for the resub. Ganondorf, thank you for this.
Bro, potato bob hi.
All right, let me switch over. So we were playing Satisfactory. I mean, not Sat, Jesus Christ. Fucking Hydroneer. They're all the same to me. Or I'm just losing my mind. But we're gonna switch over to the sponsored segment. So if you want to stick around, that would, of course, help us all out. Yeah, Satisfactory, right? Fuck it. Stop cock teasing. Huh. All right, we don't need to have this on the screen anymore. Let's get rid of all this here.